All right, what's going on, everybody? Looks like there's about 4 people in here. Make sure you can hear me. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live. That's right, we're back in action. Sunday Night Live was a great live. Maybe we'll do a little overview of that live. Everybody seemed to have liked it. So yeah, had a great live. Got everybody prepared for the week. Got that done. They worked 2 days now. And yeah, man, it's doing great. What's up, Taylor, man? How you doing? Good evening, sir. He said, yes, I can hear you. So we are ready to go, man. If it's coming through loud and clear on him, that's amazing. I want everybody to be able to hear me. Not no hiccups. I think we had a little bit of hiccups at the beginning last time. So let everybody get rolling in here. And yeah, man, how's everybody doing? How's their week going? Are you getting rain again? Because we are. We're getting rain again. It rained pretty good bit today. We got the landscaping job starting tomorrow. I might do a little filming. So be looking out for the video on it. And I might pop in a little bit of stuff that we did before. I don't really know. I got some stuff on my phone that I hadn't really edited out to make video for y'all. So hopefully I can get a video in for y'all and be something different, doing some landscaping work and everything. So yeah, let everybody get in here. You got a comment, throw it down for me. Yeah, man. Tuesday Night Live, dogs. This is always good. I think a lot of times the last couple of weeks we've done it, we've had new people come in here, and I think it's pretty cool because this is getting the people that, it's pretty hard and pretty busy on a Sunday evening to get everything winding down to get on here for a live show. We're selling down from the weekend. We're selling down from the family spent time. Now we got to get back into game mode Sunday night, Sunday evening, get our equipment fixed up, get it loaded up, get ready for Monday morning. So now we all got it all set up. We got it in our trucks. We're all ready to go. Tuesday night helps with people like that can't make it in there on Sunday night. So if you're in here and you miss Sunday nights, you can go back and watch it. Like I said, I keep them posted up. And yeah, if you're in here and you wasn't here Sunday night, go ahead and drop me a comment, man. Tell me how you're doing, how your week's going, how your last week went. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. So I know we get them comments rolling in here like crazy on Sunday nights. Tuesday we're a little bashful, it seems like. So that's all right. That's cool. But on the topic for tonight, how I put it in the thumbnail, preparing for the landscaping job tomorrow. How do we prepare for it? I'm pretty blessed, because I got my guys going out there working. So today, me and my wife, we drove to the place. Like I said, it's only like 5 miles from the house, the landscaping job we're going to be doing. So it wasn't far. And went by there, just looked at some things. I had to bring the dirt in. So I had my guy bring in and deliver me dirt. Brought in 5 yards. I put it on the edge of the property, dumped it out, where it's out of the way from everybody and anybody that's going to be in there this evening or whatever. So the lady said it was fine to put it over there where we put it. And then in the morning, we'll be prepared to have everything on the job site ready to go. I went over there and dropped off the Mini X and the Mini skid steer because we're going to be pulling up bushes. We're going to be digging out for downspouts. So I already got all the equipment there, shovels, rakes, pickaxe, you name it. I left it on the property. She's got a fenced-in backyard. I just pulled it to the back of it, closed it up. Nobody can really see it. So it's good to be prepared, and that's why, I'm glad having the crew go out and do the maintenance jobs and everything. That way I got time to get prepared on when we go to do a landscaping job. So they got 3 left to do on the list from today. Roberto had to leave early to go to his kids' orientations for school. So once we get done with the landscaping job tomorrow, they're right here by the house, the 3 yards, and we get back home, they can run over there and knock out them 3 yards to finish up the schedule to keep us on pace for the week. So anybody got any questions? Anybody got any, you know, how do I prepare? What do I use to prepare? Anything like that. Pretty much what I do is, just make a list, what we're going to be doing on the job, make a list, every tool I'm going to need for that job. You definitely want to make sure you got it in the truck, carrying it with you. And, that helps out a lot. Hang on a second, guys. But it's always good to have, make your little checklists and everything, especially so I do, and we all do. We're going to forget something. It's just nature of it, you see it all the time from other YouTubers or whatever, we do forget. We are forgetful. And, luckily the job's only about 5 miles from the house. If I was to forget something, hopefully I can come back, grab what we need. But I try to make a pretty good checklist to make sure I don't do anything like that. So, by the way, at the top of the comments, if you want to, come on in here and join with me. Like I said, I'm welcome to anybody that wants to join the live, that wants to come on here. It's fine with me. If somebody that, if it happens to be somebody that other people don't really like or anything like that, maybe we can debate a little bit, get to the nitty gritty of, how they feel about in their business, but I would love to have anybody on here that does lawn care. I even don't do lawn care. I've had other people in the channel on that don't even do lawn care or whatever. So I think it's good. Helps out the conversation, helps out, with me figuring out what to talk to y'all about. But I really do enjoy these lives, and they have really, I would say they helped my channel out a little bit. We've grown to have a pretty good group of, guys or whatever in here every week discussing lawn care. There's a lot of people on here that's wanting to learn. They're new into the game. So, it's really good to have stuff like that. A place where you can come and discuss lawn care and everything. Black Smoke Matter, what's up, dude? He said, I only do lawn care with weed and grass killer. Oh, I got you, my man. I got you. Yeah, he threw up a little laughing emoji. Pretty cool, man. So, y'all, are you staying pretty busy there, Black Smoke? I know you were saying you got a pretty good sized farm. I've heard you mention your farm a pretty good bit. Do y'all have all different types of animals and stuff, that you have, or is it just mainly land that y'all might mow off for hay or something like that? But is it pretty close to being where you can be off grid? I might say there, Black Smoke. See what else he pops in here and says. Like I said, man, anybody's welcome to get on here, man. It does not matter, man. Oh, it's my cousin's horse farm. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Brittany's family, they do a lot of horses and stuff too. They do a lot of barrel racing and all that kind of stuff. Oh, so horse racing. He just said it. Okay. Yeah, Brittany's family, they have a barn over there. It has a arena on it, and they'll do like barrel racing and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, they're big into horses around here too. That's pretty cool, horse racing. So he breeds the horse races like they use at, the Kentucky Derby and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty awesome. Yep, he said cool. Yeah, it is cool, man. It's just something different that the family does around here and everything. So, yep, we got one more one of Brittany's cousins or whatever, he's actually getting into bull riding. He's in the Army too, and I guess he wanted to ride a bull, and he went and rode a bull. He rode like a bull, like I think 3 or 4 times in one day. They had a little setting, they had a little setup place where he could pay like $20-$30 and ride bulls. It's kind of cool, kind of crazy though. But I wanted to show y'all too. Y'all know Roberto went off to Pensacola, Florida this past weekend. And he came home, you know, Monday. We're out there getting prepared for work and everything. They were getting all their stuff loaded up. And I'm having a problem with the box truck filling it up, like the hose that goes down to the tank or whatever. I guess it's getting pinched or something, because it was designed, it was a flatbed, and then I put the box on it, so the filler neck kind of turns a little bit. So I got a rope and I had to put it halfway and tie it to the frame and kind of raise it up just for now, so it'll flow a whole lot better. Well, I needed a knife to cut the excess rope off. But Roberto told me the night before, he said, I got you a present. I was like, you got me a present? You ain't got to get me a present, man. I gave you a little extra money to spend down there with your family and everything. He goes, I got you a present. I was like, all right. So I was needing a knife to cut that rope. And I looked at Roberto and I said, hey, you got a knife? He goes, boss man, you always need a knife. Always. He said, I got you. And he walked in there in his truck and pulled it out. And it had a baggie, from like a surf shop or something like that. I was like, what? Are you giving me my present now? He goes, yeah. And I opened it up. Check this out, guys. Hey, this is just Roberto being nice to his old boss man. Look at that. He got me a knife. And it does all kinds of different stuff on it or whatever. That's pretty cool. And here's the coolest part about it. Look at the other side. Check that out. It says my name. How cool is that? I told him, I said, that is awesome, Roberto. Appreciate it. So now I got to do my best to keep up with this thing. Every time I ask for a knife, I better be pulling out his knife, apparently. So I got to do a good job of keeping up with a knife. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty horrible about keeping up with a knife. It's one of the things I always lose, a knife. Let's see. We tried to breed them. Some don't make it. Some are bought and trained to race. Okay. I got you. Yeah. They just, they buy a couple of them and just, barrel race them. And I guess when they retire or whatever, they just put them out in the pasture. Let them graze. Put them out in the pasture and let them graze. Yeah, we got 6 or 7 people in here bouncing around or whatever. So, yeah, anybody want to join the live? Come on in here, man. Help me out. Help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's all good. So I was very proud of him for giving me this knife, man. I told him, I said, you didn't have to do that, man, but I appreciate it so much, man. You definitely didn't have to get me a knife, but that's awesome. Not a cheap hobby at all. No, it ain't. They have 170 horses. Wow. What's happening? What's up, Tar Heel? Hello, how is it going? It is going good, man. We are here for the Tuesday Night Live. Everything's going good, man. We're doing that landscaping job tomorrow, and man, it started pouring down rain. I didn't cover up that topsoil at that lady's house, and dude, it started pouring down raining here at my house. I called that lady, and I said, hey, just letting you know, I put my machines and stuff behind your gate. She goes, I saw it. I said, I put that dirt down there. She goes, I saw it. I said, it's out of the way. She said, that's perfect. I said, we're going to be there in the morning. I said, but by the way, is it raining at your house right now? She goes, no, the sun's out. And I told y'all she's like 5 miles away. I was like, the bottom has fell out at my house. She's like, I'll text you later on and everything if it starts raining. But as of right now, it's not raining. I said, good. Hopefully it won't, because I want to get this landscaping job done, you know. And they never take breaks. They don't know what Christmas is, laugh out loud. Apparently not. You're exactly right, Black Smoke. They don't know. So, I'm super ready to get this landscaping job out of the way, man. It has bothered me because we have extended it out for about 5 or 6 weeks, man. And I'm just, I don't like to drag a landscaping on too long if they're wanting it done pretty quick. But I know we hadn't been able to help it because all the rain we've been getting. But I just know. Because she's called me a couple times and said, hey, am I still on the list? And I'm like, yeah, you're on the list. I ain't done another landscaping job. It's rained every other day. It's kind of hard to get and start digging in the ground and moving dirt around when you're getting all this rain. All you're doing is creating mud. So, plus you don't want to get the equipment in there and make tire tracks and, scuff marks more than what you're trying to accomplish to make look pretty, so that takes it away. I know I've seen people pay $20,000 for a single barrel horse. Yep, my wife knows, man. That is crazy, man, to spend that kind of money on an animal that you got to keep fed. Hey, but people like to do it, man. It's their hobby, It's like other people have a hobby, it just depends on how expensive you want your hobby to be, I consider my little hobby of buying equipment and doing a little landscaping work, even though it's work. But if you enjoy buying toys and buying equipment and all that, I get it. Yeah, that's cheap, laugh out loud. yeah, I bet the horse racing horses are way up there in price. Yeah, I can only imagine. Probably 100,000, 200,000. Especially if a horse wins a Kentucky Derby or something. Woo! I bet that price is very high. So, anybody got any conversation, anything they want to add to this live tonight? We have a horse that's worth $650,000. Oh my! Wow, a horse that's worth $650,000. Woo! You like the Dutton Ranch over there, Black Smoke. That's where you're at. You part of the Dutton Ranch. Woo! Wow. That's expensive. Woo. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's way crazy. So, I don't know if Chad's in here. I don't know if Tank's in here tonight. But, yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to come on here for, man, is talk about, preparing for the next day. It's very important, guys. If you can, make sure you get, make you a little list, of what all you got to have and try to, do it the night before. Don't try to do it the morning of, because then you're just killing your time. Your time needs to be getting down there and, getting ready to work, man. Start the work off, So if you can do it the night before, yeah, it really helps. And I did it the day before just because, luckily I have my guys going out there and doing the maintenance. The Mexicans are the king of the ranch, laugh out loud. They live there 24/7. Oh, wow. I bet they stay busy. I bet they keep them busy working. Yeah, some of the ranches or whatever, they got little homes for them sitting out there, They don't never leave the property. They keep them fed. They pay them a good wage. And, yeah, horses are fed every day at 5 a.m. and every evening. Wow. 170 horses, guys. Wow. That's crazy, Black Smoke. Crazy, crazy. Yep. Way crazy. Let me see. Oh, what I want to mention too, guys, before I got to the live, I had to run out in town and bid a job, which I ain't bidded it yet, but I did push them till the fall. But man, oh man, the bushes they want to. What it is we cut their property now. They're selling it. They moved us to weekly, so it looks pretty to keep it sold. And they're buying a house Thursday. They close on it Thursday, he says. So once they close on it, he's wanting us to start taking care of it. You know, just like we've been taking care of their house for several years now. And so they moved, and the reason is he had back surgery. He can't get up and down the stairs. So they bought a house that's just one level. And but man, it's got holly bushes all over. Big tall holly bushes go up to the top of the house. He wants to rip them out. He wants to rip out a bunch at the front of the road that you're pulling into the driveway. We got to rip them out. So upcoming soon, you know, in the fall, we got a big old job coming up, man. And I told him, I said, look, man, it's going to cost some money, man. I mean, I was trying to warn them, you know, and she's like, we know we need to pay. We got to get done, you know, and you know, we're going to replant some stuff. We're going to put all mulch back in, put pine straw around the trees outside the property, you know, where they've had it cut out and everything. So she knows and he knows it's going to be a lot to get it back up the way they like it and stuff. So yeah, that's going to be a big old job, and I'm so glad they were able to push it to the fall. Because I told them right now we are way too busy. There ain't no way we're going to try to tackle that job. I told her it's a good 3 or 4 day job. So pulling out, there's bushes all over the place there. Yeah. But everything is still growing here like spring never ends. You're exactly right, man. Right now, man, the yards are growing like crazy. I mean, all of them are, and you know, we're just we're biting at the schedule. My guys are doing really good, showing up every day, working really hard for me, and yeah, man. But this year right here, man, is a rough year than what we always have had, because this time of year we would be normally starting to slow down a little bit, you know, getting it out of August and September, you know. I know it's hot, but you know, there's been years, man, where we've been in a drought this time of year. So thank goodness we're not in a drought and it's still raining, but it can ease up a little bit, I think. I think it can ease up a little bit and we can still be good to push off to the rest of the season, I believe. So let's see. Is anybody else in here can throw a comment down for me, man? I appreciate you, Black Smoke, giving them comments, man. But I need some more people to jump in here. Help a brother out, man. Let's see. Francisco, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Are you doing better with physical therapy and all that kind of stuff? So you're making me tired. Ooh. Y'all are making me tired, me jumping on live and just spilling the beans and spitting up every conversation. See, I can't even talk. Every thought I got in my head. And if you don't think this is hard, start a live up and start carrying on a conversation to yourself. At least it does help when you have people coming in the comments. So that's what I'm saying. You know, if you're in here, you know, throw me a comment and tell me what's up, because I'm not going to be on here long tonight. I can already tell. So, Black Smoke said, laugh out loud, Z's. Just do a live with people just watching me sleep. You know, some of them streams and people do or whatever is kind of crazy, man. You're over there. If you click on it, whatever, you're watching, they ain't doing nothing. They ain't talking to nobody or nothing. They're just over there. He said, not really, but still getting after it. Hey, man, that's what it's got to take, dude. Francisco, don't lay down, man. Just get after it, stay active, and keep pushing yourself, man. I do appreciate you talking to me about it and bringing it on, man. And I've thought about you a lot, Francisco. I'm waiting for you to call to text me in the comments and say, "Hey, man, I'm doing great. Thank you so much." That's what I'm waiting. My wife said, "Ask me, laugh out loud. I screwed up his video today." There was a little section in there that I said, "Hey, Brittany, you got anything to say?" And she's like, "Blah, blah, blah, blah." Just cut that out. Which it probably won't get posted in the YouTube channel. I don't know. Probably won't. Like I said, I've been joining the lives. Hadn't really been posted no videos or nothing, man. I just can't. I don't know what it is, man. It's like having writer's block. I got video blocked. I'm just like, and it takes so long to edit sometimes. And if you want it to turn out pretty good as a video, because a lot of people, not a lot of these small channels or whatever, don't get me wrong, they're out there, dude. And I respect them so much. If you're a small channel and you're creating video and you're making video every day, dude, I hear you. But like a lot of these gigantic big channels, they hire editors. They hire, creators to video photographers and all that to do their stuff, so it makes it a lot easier. Yeah, I kind of think the same way, Black Smoke, but I agree with you. He said, "I'm too ADHD to be doing any videos, laugh out loud." And I know, man. That's why Brittany tells me sometimes. She said, you're over editing your videos. She's like, "You're over editing it." And I'm like, I know. I just want it to look, somewhat kind of entertaining and, something that catches your eye and all that. But somehow that don't really work because I've done a bunch of them, and man, my following ain't too great. I got 672 subscribers. I do try to keep up with it. I think it's pretty interesting to try to keep up with the algorithm and all that. But man, people don't care too much about editing. Just post a video. So Black Smoke, I would tell you, just post it. Just post, whatever you got. At this point, it's going to be a long stretch ever getting back on my machine, thinking of selling equipment. Oh, man, I hate to hear that, Francisco. Dang. I really do. Yeah, man, I really hate that, man. I hope, I'll keep praying for you, Francisco, man. I want everybody to do something they love and get back on the machine and be happy and, be healthy and all that. So Lee forgets to film all the time. Some really cool stuff too. I know. I was like, man, I should have filmed that. She goes, "Why didn't you?" Like, I don't know. Sometimes I just ain't in it, That's why that might be one of the reasons why it hurts my channel a little bit, Probably so. But I don't know. This live's a little slow tonight. Everybody might not have everybody might still be dragging a little bit off from the weekend or whatever. Maybe that's what's going on. Everybody's dragging still a little bit. I feel like it, so maybe they are, we went out of town. I told y'all in the Sunday Night Live, we went out of town for a couple days, got back home right in the nick of time for the live. And today I ran out, getting prepared for that landscaping job, getting prepared for a job that could be possible in the fall and to make it to the live tonight. Jeff, what's up, man? Thank you. Thank you for coming in and giving me a comment. Black Smoke, he's been throwing them down. Thank you so much. And my wife and Francisco. And Taylor came in and said, "Hey, I think that's who all we've saw so far. I'm not sure. Only so much you can do in lawn videos. Man, I feel the same way, Black Smoke. I mean, for Ray to be doing a video every day, Shane doing a video every day. I mean, there's almost, I feel like we wear out our topics and conversations with it so much, that, it makes it hard. Like, and I've come to find out sometimes on that Florida Turf Pro guy, if you go back and watch a bunch of his videos, it's like repeating itself a lot. And I didn't want to do that, Go back to my channel, and find my channel, find my videos, and, where I'm not like repeating over and over again the same type stuff. I don't really want to do that. It makes it hard too, because then have I talked about it, and if I do, I don't know, man. I'm probably like you, Black Smoke. I think about it way too much than what I should. That's probably what it is. I think too much to be able to put out videos. He said you should do an episode with subjects being on what is Plan B. Plan B meaning the future, what I'm going to do when I'm done possibly doing lawn care. That is a good topic. Let's see. That's how I feel about showing mowing. That's what I pretty much do most of the time. I know, man. Jeff, you're exactly right, man. We do it every day. I mean, if I post a video every day, here's something I want to talk about too. I'll talk about it here in a second. You would see all the yards over and over again, I mean, wouldn't you get kind of sick of looking at the same yard every time, That's why I don't know, man. It's not something like, I watch other channels, and I don't know if any of y'all watching, but it's Puddin' Fab Shop. So he like works on old vehicles and fixes them up, and he's kind of funny and all that kind of stuff. So I watch him, but it's like he's working on a different vehicle all the time. That's why I like Tom Doby's a little bit, because he's working on a different piece of equipment all the time. He's not working on the same equipment all the time. Just like with me, I don't want to be showing y'all the same yard every time. That's why, I'll probably film doing the landscaping job, because we're not going to do the same landscaping job every time, and that's why you won't get many of them, because, we do a lot of maintenance, when I do landscaping jobs, hey, it's out of the blue, but it's good, good topic, Francisco. I was thinking about to ask you, have you ever thought about the remote control mower? What happens if you get hurt or get sick for solo or crew companies? I think Ray had a short earlier that he was talking about that, Francisco. What do you do when something like that happens? Before I came down here, I saw where Ray had a little short talking about that. We'll just hire a guy. Well, if you get hurt or something, if you hadn't already prepared that guy for your list and showing him what all to do, how's he going to go out there and do it? Or how's he going to do it how you want it done, how your customers expect you to do it, That's why, if you're going to stay solo, dude, save up as much as you can, because you don't know what could happen, man. Save up, build your own little profile or portfolio and all that, put back for the future, and then if you got a crew and everything, I would say the same thing, but maybe you can make it work. There's other companies that, that go on for many years, and they bring it down from generation to generations, there's a company in my area, that's something else I could talk about. There's a company in my area that is selling their lawn company, but he has became the sheriff of my county. He became the sheriff. He got elected. He won it. He owns a lawn business. It used to be his dad's, and it brought down to him. And now he came to me and asked me if I wanted to purchase it from him. And I said, hey, let's talk numbers. Let's see what comes up, Let's talk numbers and see what can happen, And but it's hard to buy contracts, is what I told him. And he's been doing all these locations for years and years and years. So they're, bringing somebody new in or whatever. They're not going to know what to expect, from me, But, what I would want to do later on, I could get tired, is maybe let my business go down to my sons, let one of them run my business and I stay in the background in the picture a little while, but then just kind of, because it's such a good business. I've had it 17 years. I just don't want it to go to waste, It's a very nice business, So if I can eventually, have one of my kids step in and take on a role, I think that would be great. Let's see. Kind of got carried away, and y'all fine getting some comments in here. Right has a mower. You do one run around the perimeter, then get off the mower, and it mows by itself. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you're blessed to have your pension, man. That is exactly right. That's awesome. Most of the people I would probably hire, I couldn't send them out on their own. Exactly. A lot of people you can't, it's hard to trust people nowadays. It's hard to find good people that's going to get out. I can't help you. You might have to bring me some coffee. What's up, Jesse? So if you're hearing that, you can do that for me if you don't mind. So what's up? What in the world is going on here? Boys, it's Tuesday Night Live, man. I started it a couple weeks ago. We got Sunday Night Live. You're in there pretty good. Well, a couple weeks ago, I started Tuesday Night Live. And a lot of people probably hadn't really related and came to it yet. It'll push out probably eventually. What is the topic tonight? Well, the topic tonight is, how do you prepare for your landscaping job? Do you prepare for it the next day, the day of, a couple days prior? How do you prepare for your landscaping job? Because it's out of the ordinary of your maintenance jobs. So how are we preparing for our landscaping jobs? And I gave mine earlier. I'll repeat it since we're getting some people in here now. What I do is today I was able to go to some places while the guys went out work, which is kind of a blessing for me because I've never been like this before. I'm always stressed out, scrounging around, trying to get the list done, trying to get stuff in the process of, getting the material I need and everything. But hey, today was great. The guys worked 10 hours today. They got the list done. I drove out, went to a couple nurseries, me and my wife, got some plants, or got 16, I got 20 rolls pine straw. I got some piping. I ordered online a couple days ago some pop-up downspouts. So, yeah, man, I'm feeling pretty good about it, man. It's been a long time since I was able to get into a landscaping job and not freak out a little bit. Because that's one thing I can't stand is freaking out, because a lot of the landscaping jobs, nurseries, sorry, let me get it right, don't have what you need. You have to go to several of them, and then they got to order them, and then you got to order stuff. And, if you've done this a long time, I'm sure you have, Jesse, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and I get it, man. Be honest with you, I don't like doing them right now either. I talked about it a second ago. We got another one coming up, really big one. We're going to be ripping out a lot of stuff. It's going to take a couple days. I push them to the fall. Thank goodness. I like to push them to the fall or very, very early spring. This time of year right now, we're so busy. We moved people to weekly, but this one right here got through in the fire. And it just happens, Sometimes you got to make the best of it. It's going to be a one-day job, but we just filtered it in or we're going to lose it, I felt like. So luckily we were able to land the job. We're going to be able to get the job done and profit some money. And, but I'm with you, Jesse, man. This time of year, man, I don't really try to do a whole lot of landscaping jobs, man. We're just too busy with our maintenance right now. Everything's growing. So I get it. Jesse, you got anything you want to add to that far as how you prepare? Yes, I agree. I'll wait till the fall for me anyways. Yeah. Yeah, my wife made up a good thing. Yeah, we just had so many key customers, man. They're so impatient. They want it now, 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 now is when they want it. You know, they don't want to wait a little bit or wait a little bit, man. I think I'm like my kid, my 19-year-old. So impatient. He's got to have it right then and there. So, I mean, do y'all do that? Do you try to do it, or do you just lose the job completely? You know, if you can push them to the fall, I get it. But if you're so busy and they can't wait, hey, you let them go. Say, see you later. Hasta la vista. You know. What's up, everybody? What's up, Tank? How you doing, man? Appreciate you being in here. I know you probably maybe you're just getting home or something. Hadn't been home long because you back solo, buddy. And hey, got to get it when you can get it right now. Plus, it's too humid and hot to be fooling with that. It is, man. It's so hot and humid, man, to be. But luckily, I got these pieces of equipment that helps us out a lot, makes us get stuff done. So, but I get it. Laugh out loud, but mom. I know, but mom, let us get it. Can we get it? Let's get it. You know, and I'm like, you're impatient. Quit, you know. Just got home from my boys' soccer practice. All right. Soccer. I remember Sawyer, man. He was like, 4 or 5 years old playing soccer. Man, it was so awesome. And he had long blonde hair. It was like down to his shoulder, past it. And everybody, my wife, I always said, cut that boy's hair. Oh, it looks good. It's got curls. It's good. It's got waves. I was like, he looks like a daggum girl. And then one day somebody called him a girl, and finally Brittany cut it. We finally cut it because somebody said, oh, I love your daughter. And she's like, oh, that's my son. Yeah, it's time to get a haircut. What are we talking about tonight? We're talking about, hey, just like I said in the thumbnail, Tank, how do you prepare for landscaping jobs? Now, Tank, you're welcome to come in here just because you come on live Sunday. It don't matter. You can come in here on Tuesday nights. You can pop in here if you got time. And people will probably want to know, how do you prepare? Do you prepare the next day? Do you prepare a couple days ahead of time? Or do you prepare in the morning of the job for your landscaping jobs? How do you prepare? Because today was a pretty good day. My guys went out and worked, and I spent the day preparing for the landscaping job. And I know a lot of solo guys, and how I used to be before. I'd be working all day today, trying to figure it out the last couple days to fill in for preparing for the job. Now, as far as my preparation, from mowing, maintenance, I get everything ready the day before. Exactly. I don't blame you. That's perfect, man, to get everything the day before. You don't want to be doing it out there that morning before you do it and everything. Oh, thank you. She said I was yawning too much. So look at this. Oh, so hot, Joe. Oh, man. That's why I like having that, wife there, 20 years. Happy marriage, man. She's so nice to me. She's so good to me. She deserves somebody like me. Yep. If I need to pin it back in the comments, guys, I will. Let me do that real quick. Anybody wants to jump on there? Jess, if you want to pop in here, man, come on, man. You're always in here. You got really good comments and everything, just like I had on Ernest on here that time, He don't even do videos. He's just in everybody's comments. People would like to see you, man. People would like to get to know you a little bit more, hop in here. Do you do videos, Jess? I didn't even ask you that. Do you do videos? Because I need to subscribe to you. I'd love for Black Smoke to get on here too, because he's in everybody's comments too. Everybody knows him. And you can do it with your cell phone, guys. Just click that link. It'll let you open it up, and then I'll accept you into the live. You can turn your phone up, and then it's just like we're FaceTiming each other, man. It's not hard. There he is. Tank's going to get on here and show us how to prepare. Yeah, Black Smoke, get in here too, man. I can have up to 6 people in here. Hey, there's only like 7 of us in this chat, so if we all get in here and just hang out, I'm fine with that too. What's up? Are you coming through?
What's up, Lee?
What's up, man? Look at you, man. You're all dialed up, man. Got cleaned up.
Trying to get my act together over here, man. I got my phone on charge, and it's tough for me to prop it up when it's on charge like that.
Well, hop in here, Jess. You ain't done. You do videos and all that. So hop in here and get in here with us, man. Talk to us,
Who's
man.
that?
Oh, Jess.
Come on in. Come on
man,
in.
We'd love to know. Yeah.
If you want, I'll clear out and let him hop in and talk.
No, both of y'all can be in here, man. I think it's cool to get people in here and, talk to them, interview them, and don't be camera shy. Nobody cares, I mean, I could go rub dirt on my face and come in here and talk to y'all. Heck with it, I better watch it, though, because my dogs poop out here or whatever. I'll be rubbing dog poop all over my face, then. That would suck. Yeah, you can get on with no camera, too, and just talk.
Oh, yep. Lord. Glasses are fogging up, too, so if my eyes go crossed, y'all don't pick on me, man. I don't have my glasses on.
He said, let me try. Laugh out loud. I'm still live in the Stone Age. Laugh out loud. Oh, I still live in the Stone Age. Dude, we don't care where you live. Brother, hey, I don't care, man. I don't know if y'all don't know this or whatever, dude, but I want everybody to be successful. I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody. There's no judgmental at all with me and my channel. Some people might think that differently, but I think Tank would tell you who I am and what I represent or whatever,
He's a renegade.
She about to go play some games, huh?
Who's that?
Oh, I thought you were talking to your wife.
No, that was my youngest daughter. She brought me a cup of coffee.
Oh yeah, my wife brought me some down here too. She said every time you're yawning, you're losing subscribers, or not subscribers, but views. People are leaving every time you yawn.
Oh man, but what we talking about tonight, man? I'm sorry, I kind of hadn't been. I've been in and out, kind of trying to figure this thing out.
How do you prepare for your landscaping jobs if you're having to do them in this time of year and everything?
I do not do any landscaping this time of year. I will not.
I know.
I just don't. Not this time of year. I mean, the only time I do landscaping during the growing season is if it's very, very, very early and things are still kind of slow, or if it's very late and some of my customers have dropped off.
Yeah.
But I typically don't do anything until October, and I pretty much stop everything at the beginning of March.
Yeah. I got you.
I will sneak a few in there here and there, but
some of your customers impatient and they gotta have it and they want it done right now?
Yeah. What's that? I've got a cooler full, baby. Thank you. But I actually lost a customer about 3 weeks ago because of a pine straw job. she wanted it done, and she wanted it done ASAP. And I told her, I said, I can't get it done. I just don't have time. I mean, because it was like 80 something rolls of pine straw. And I told her, I said, I cannot put in 80 rolls of pine straw this time of year. I just simply can't do it. Because I don't know how fast you guys are when it comes to pine straw, but it'd probably take me 2 whole days to do, maybe 3, to do 80 rolls of pine straw. I've never put down that much at one time.
Mm-hmm. 30
She got
rolls?
80.
Oh, 80. Yeah. Roberto's done the most, I think, by itself is like 50 rows, but that's a lot, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And a roll of pine straw is not the same as a bale. A roll of pine straw is a lot of freaking pine straw.
2.5 bales.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot, man. And I had to explain that to her. Like, you know, my bread and butter is lawn maintenance. I pay the bills with cutting grass and trimming bushes. Everything out of that is extra. I said, but if you can wait till the fall, I'd be more than glad. And she got pissed off and fired me. So I was like, well, you know, it is what it is.
Oh, no, I get it. Brittany, I can't check on my phone down here. The phone service won't go, but she's asking if I'm checking on the auction. Guys, I am trying to buy a bigger mini skid steer. It's a I forgot. It's like a SCV 1000, so it's kind of like Chad's. But it's got a Yanmar diesel in it, not a Kubota diesel in it, and it's pretty sweet. Last I checked, I can't check it now. It ended at 7, so who knows if I won it or not. $5,500. So, but it's capable of picking up and stuff, just kind of like Chad. So if I won it, y'all see it. And it's big like Chad's. It's not small, compact like mine. Don't have a gas engine on it. It's got a diesel engine on it. It's got the 3 pump system, so I'll be able to run a mulcher and my tiller and, you know, all my other attachments and everything. So I won't know maybe till after the live or whatever, but hopefully I won it because I think that would be pretty cool to have a little bit bigger of a machine.
I hear you, man. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna hold off on a mini skid for right now. I think the next big purchase I do is going to be a tractor, something like a subcompact tractor, because I can get more use out of a tractor than what I can with a skid. And you can't do everything with a tractor that you can with a skid, but you can do a lot of the same stuff. But I feel like a tractor, I'd be able to get some personal use out of it too. So. No, I like to hunt and all that good stuff, and I can go down there and do some mulching and planting some food plots and things like that with a tractor.
Yeah. Jay's mowing said, where are y'all finding these auctions at? Laugh out loud. Mine is called Pearson Associates, and they got them all over the states. I don't know if they have any up towards Kentucky, and I can't remember what Ray's is called, but his is all over the country too. Usually you just look up mini equipment auctions and you'll find it online. Pretty easy just to look that up online and in your Safari or whatever. And that's how I ended up finding mine. Now the one is like 45 minutes away, and then there's another one that's more up north Alabama, and it's about an hour and a half away. And I have one at both locations. I just had to drive a little further to get the other one, but the one closest to the house, I like to get a lot of attachments if I can win there, so I don't have to go so far. Because attachments, like that pallet forks I got, it was only $250. I didn't really want to go an hour and 45 minutes up there to win a $250 set of pallet forks. So even though if you try to buy them somewhere else or whatever, they're like $700-800. Some places $1,000 for a set of mini pallet forks. So
I'll tell you what, Jay, that one that Ray's doing, it's up in North Georgia somewhere. I think it's right outside of Atlanta. But I don't know how far of a drive that is from Kentucky or wherever it is you're from. But I think it's Ritchie Brothers. But some of the stuff I've seen, the prices on some of that stuff, the prices I've seen on some of that stuff, man, it'd be worth you making a trip if that's the closest place you can go.
Oh yeah,
You can make yourself a day trip or a 2-day trip, whatever. It'd be worth it.
The bidding war I was in with the guy earlier, whatever, he's from Texas. the one that was bidding with me against that mini skid steer or whatever, it said Texas by his number. Mine is Alabama. His is Texas. So he's coming a long ways if he's wanting to try to get one.
Yeah. I think Ritchie Brothers, I think that's the same one that Buster gets on all the time. He was
That's
bidding.
the one raised.
Yeah, he was bidding on a mini skid not that long ago. And I think I actually talked him into it because I don't think he had no intentions of getting a mini skid steer, and he almost won that thing.
Oh, wow. Hey, Tank, real quick, are you doing it from your phone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Jess is saying, man, it's telling me the browser is blocking me video, or probably blocking my video and voice. Lord, who knows? Can you tell him how you do it to get in here? Because I've never done it really to get on somebody else's thing, you know.
The way I do it is the first time you do it, you've got to click on that link that's in the comments, and then it'll ask you to put your name in and all that good stuff. That's why mine comes up as Tank. I just type that in, but and then everything will come up like it's supposed to, and it'll give you the option to enter the studio. And you just click on that enter the studio icon, and then you're there.
Yeah, my wife said, I think you have to allow access to mic and camera. You might have to go into your settings on your phone and allow for it to do the mic and camera. So you might have to do that too if your phone ain't set up already for it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think
you got to go to settings and allow mics and videos. Yes, Steve Johnson's saying the same thing. Man, y'all coming in here now. Maybe I need to start these lives at 8 o'clock on Tuesday night. Y'all just now getting home, and that's what my wife said too, man. See, we got Brandon in here now too. Black Smoke was saying putting up stone walls pays better than mowing, and he said they do a lot of, I guess him and a cousin, when they do landscaping jobs, they do pavers, stone walls, fireplaces, and pizza cookers installed. That's pretty awesome. You know, that's pretty cool to get into. Now, with the job that we're going to be doing in the fall, we are going to pour a back patio for concrete patio, because we do concrete work too, guys. Y'all see at the end of the season, we got 2 slabs we got to pour at a Dollar General. Hey, we're not scared to mix it up a little bit, especially to keep my guys busy in the all season. We'll find whatever. My dad had a concrete business for 30 years, so I'm not scared to get in the mud and rake some mud and, pour some concrete. So I have done that plenty of times in my life. So let me see. Jay said, not bad of a drive. We usually have to travel south to get stuff. I get it. So maybe you can try that, Jess, what they were just talking about, and hopefully you can get in here and talk with us or whatever. So, and like I said, anybody is welcome to come in here and talk, man, and discuss some things.
Get Jay to hop on here. Hop on here, Jay.
Yeah, he's used to videos and everything. If he wants to hop in here, man, we can debate and talk about each other's channel, and he's progressing, man. He's growing. So hey, hats off to him. I mean, whatever.
Hey, I learned from everybody, man. I learned from the super new guys, and I learned from the old heads too. I mean, I'm not too good to admit that I learned from everybody. That's the reason why I get on these things.
I'm the same way, man. I ain't scared to learn anything either, man. I ain't scared to, I'm definitely not better than anybody. Anybody can be replaced, guys. That's why you have it in lawn care and all types of, blue collar work or whatever. Somebody can come in and be better than you, faster than you, stronger than you, any of that. You know what I'm saying?
I've actually learned from employees. I've actually learned something from my son before. So, I mean, it is what it is. You don't know everything. Yeah. Nobody does.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, though, Lee.
Go ahead.
Do you do French drains or any kind of landscaping drains or anything like that?
That's what we're doing tomorrow.
How do you charge for those?
Well, I charge this the whole job, and and just do it in there with it. But I have done French drains for a house. We did the whole house. Actually, it was 2 ladies that lived right beside each other, and it, I don't charge. Some people might charge by the linear feet or something, I guess. But I charge by how long I think it's going to take me, and how much material is going to cost. I try to figure out all my material, the piping, everything that I'm going to need for the job. And then I figure out, okay, how long is it going to take me and my guys to do this job? If I feel like we can do it in 16 hours, I'll make it 2 days, 8-hour days, and charge for that. If it's going to take us even longer, what I'm saying? I try to charge by the job with the material costs, that way I feel like I'm not out a whole lot of money, if I just try to charge linear feet, and that's including the pipe work and all that. To me, if I can get them to make sure they're going to pay for all the material, and then me to go in and do the job and thinking that it's going to take me this long, that's kind of how I do it. Them 2 ladies that I did for, we did all the drainage. It was downspouts. It was, but one all the way across the middle was a French drain. It was $14,000. It's a pretty good job. It took us 2 days to do the job, and I charged them $14,000 for the job.
So what exactly is a linear foot?
A linear foot?
Yeah, I heard you say that, and a buddy of mine said that too.
Not square foot. You're just charging by the length of the foot. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I thought too. I've never
kind of how they sell piping and all that. You're going to buy it, and metal. You're going to buy it by the linear foot.
Linear foot.
Like if it's a bar or something like that, a piece of pipe or something. Usually they sell it by like the linear foot. Square footage is the whole thing. If you're buying the whole square.
Let's see. That's something that's simple enough, and I didn't know that. And just goes to show you learn something new. You don't know everything, but
linear foot's by 1 foot. By 1 foot. Just the length of it, like string and everything, or chain. You're buying it by the linear foot.
But buddy of mine was telling me he charges $35 per linear foot, and I was thinking that sounds kind of cheap.
Mm-hmm. $35 a linear foot.
Yeah,
that might not be. If I went and measured out all them linear feet that I dug out and all that, and that's adding, I guess he's adding the material with that too. That's why he's doing it $35 per linear feet. It's kind of like how they would charge if you're doing crown molding in a house and everything. They charge it by the linear feet of how much they're putting in. Yeah. And so I bet it's kind of like the same way. But man, yeah, it's good money in doing stuff like that. But tomorrow we're doing the same thing. It's just drainage coming out, and we're only coming out. I'm only doing like 7 foot because the flower beds is only going to be 4 foot wide. So I'm coming out about 3 foot past the flower beds. That way the water runs down the hill and not back up against the house, and it's going to have pop-ups on it. So it's like a piece of 90 pipe. It's a 90-degree pipe with a green cap on it, and in the middle it pops up, and the water sprays out. Once the water sets down, it drops back down, and you can mow over it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like you were saying a sprinkler head would do. Once all the water runs out of it, it drops down and hides. This is the same way. Yeah.
I know there's a lady we did a bush job for Friday. She's got her house, the side of her house, it runs downhill into a creek, and her downspout coming off of her house is right up against her driveway. It comes off the driveway and down that hill, and it's done washed everything out. And I told her, I said, let me see if I can figure something out, because you can't just put sod there because it's just going to erode again. And I told her, I said, let me figure something out and I'll get back to you on a price. I said, if it's something that I can't do, I've got a buddy of mine that can. And she said, well, just let me know. And I told her, I said, if I do it, it's going to be probably sometime around November, if you're good with that. She said, I'm fine with whatever. And but it's not going to be an actual French drain, because it's just going straight downhill. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to bury a pipe. It's not even going to be corrugated pipe. It's going to be just a pipe coming off of that downspout. I'm going to bury it, and I'm going to have it coming out of the ground, going off into the woods, draining out into that creek. And then I'm going to cover everything.
You're going to do a solid pipe, right?
Solid pipe. That's right.
Yeah.
And just going to cover it up with sod.
Yeah. No, that's good. And a lot of it is going to be, that's the majority where the water is coming from is out of that gutter, right? Not from the land itself, right?
Yeah, the gutter.
Okay. Because if it was coming from the land itself and the gutter or whatever, you would want to do a French drain. And what you'd want, you want the corrugated pipes with the holes in it. And then how you do it, you dig it, put 3 inches of gravel down, put the pipe in, cover the rest of it with gravel, put dirt on top of that, and then put the sod on top of that. That is a French drain because the water seeps down through the gravel and everything, gets in the pipe, and what can go through goes through the pipe, and whatever is sitting in the pipe will soil down back into that bottom layer of the gravel. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're calling a French drain.
Yeah, I know my buddy, he told me that he will not put any kind of dirt or sod or anything back over that gravel. He told me the way he does it is because even if you put the pipe sock on there, he said that dirt will work its way down through all that gravel and everything, and it'll clog that pipe up. And he told me, he said if he has a customer that demands that they put sod on it or cover it with some sort of dirt or anything like that, he won't warranty it. He said he'll do it, but he won't put a warranty on it.
No, they make a fabric too. So what we did with ours, we put the fabric down, put the gravel down, put the pipe down, gravel over top of it, fold that fabric over it like a taco. Then you can put the dirt and the sod back on top of it because it filters out. Because if you don't have that fabric in there, all that dirt, when it breaks down or whatever, it's just going into that pipe. It's going to clog that pipe up. The good thing is to have that fabric on top to help keep it from coming through it into the gravel down into the pipe. And eventually causing it to clog up.
Well, he was telling me even with the fabric on there, it'll clog it up.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of pipes already had the fabric made on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you saw that, it's already made with the fabric and everything. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never done any French drains or anything like that before, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
It's all Chinese to me, brother.
I get it. Hey, and I was like that at the beginning too, or whatever. You know, I just had to watch a bunch of YouTube videos because people were asking for it, and I said, "Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, sure, I can do it." I mean, when we did them French drains or whatever, I was watching YouTube videos as I was doing the job for them. You know, they didn't know that.
Yeah.
The night or two before, I was watching YouTube videos on how to do a French drain, and I did it. Hey, and they ain't had a link of problem with it. Ain't had water problems or nothing. They've been super satisfied with the work we did. And we cut out, because a lot of people, they'll use like a trencher and trench it out, you know, and just tear the sod all up. Man, me and Roberto and them, we cut it out. It was like, say my bucket on my Mini X is 6 inches. Well, I cut out like 10 inches. And I just cut out both sides, and we laid that and folded it over onto the grass beside it. Dug it out and I fill it up into the wheelbarrows and everything. And because I didn't have my mini skid steer at the time, so we'd dig it out and put it in a wheelbarrow, fill it back in, fill the pipe up, put the dirt on top of it where it's nice and packed real good, and then we'd fold that sod back over there. So when we got done, it don't even look like we were in there. All it looked like was just a couple cut lines, and that went away after a couple of weeks. You know, it was like we were like cats. We pooped in a litter box, dug it, and then we covered it back up so you couldn't tell what we did.
Yeah, but no, my brother-in-law owns a Mini X, and I've got access to it whenever I need it. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. But I've got to get the job first. I told her, let me think of it. See what I can do, see what I can come up with, and then I'll let you know. So she's got to accept the price first.
Hey, charge good for doing French drains and all that kind of stuff. Is it only one area that you got to do, or is it off another part of the house or anything?
It's just one area.
How long is it?
I'd say probably, I don't know, just from what I could tell, I'd say probably about 40 feet.
Okay.
40, 50 feet, somewhere around in there.
When you dig it, you want to dig it. Did he tell you the depth that you need to dig it by and everything?
No.
Are you going to use a 4-inch pipe or 6-inch pipe? There's a lot of water coming off of that gutter.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's enough to where it's done eroded probably a 10 or 15 foot wide area. The thing is,
I'll probably go with a 6-inch pipe just because the flow of the water would go through better than the 4-inch.
Yeah, and 6-inch, 6-inch pipe is 6 inches. 4-inch pipe is 4 inches.
Yeah. 4-inch pipe is 4 inches. Yeah. Okay. I'll probably go with a 6-inch pipe just because the flow of the water would go through better than the 4-inch.
Yeah. And I'm not so sure that burying it deep is going to matter because, like I said, it's not going to be an actual French drain because it's just going to be a gravity drain is what I call it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it, but
you would start shallow when you come into the gutter, and then you'll probably get deeper as you go further away from the house because you want that. But you only have to go. I mean, it's kind of like anything with concrete and all that. Probably like every 8 foot, maybe a half inch, drop down. So about 40 feet or whatever, you're taking out, you're from one end to the other, maybe 8 inches, I guess. I don't know. I didn't really figure that up that quick, but I'm just thinking,
Yeah. Well,
so
the whole thing is downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The whole thing is downhill anyway. So, I mean, even if you didn't go,
you just cover it up. Yeah. Just dug it, covered it up. It's naturally going to fall.
Yeah. And it's going to come out the other end.
That don't sound like it's going to be a bad job or whatever. Maybe you can make pretty good money on it.
Yeah, I'm thinking because whatever I would imagine that it's probably going to be a pallet of sod, cover it all back up, and
bringing topsoil in too.
I don't know yet. Really, I'm gonna have to look at it again and see how much dirt is needed. But most likely not. If I do, it won't be much. But either that or she's gonna have me cover it up with pine straw, one to two, because it's right at the edge of her bed. And so I don't know. I mean, some of it's gonna have to be sod because I'm gonna have to go down into the yard too because the bed doesn't go all the way to the woods. So, but we'll see.
What's up, Wayne? Appreciate you being in here. How you doing, my man?
But yeah, a pallet of sod, a regular 419 Bermuda, you're looking at $600-700 a pallet with no prep work. So
you're $600 a pallet for 419.
Mm-hmm.
600 a pallet, or are you thinking 300?
I charge $600 a pallet.
Oh, to lay it and all that. Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I charge a little. Well, I get it for right at 200, probably 190, and I would charge
for
that. Me. Yeah, so 210 time and a half. So that's what you do, kind of too. Whatever the materials cost plus half is what you're doing for labor.
Yeah, I'm kind of right in the middle of what everybody around here is charging for a pallet of Bermuda.
Okay. Yeah, we're whatever it costs, I charge labor cost in half. So, it'd be I don't know, per pallet. They'll pay for the pallet, say it's $200. I'm going to charge $200 plus another $100. So I'm going to charge $300. So I'll be at $500.
$500 a pallet.
Yeah, $500, $550 a pallet. That's what we're getting around here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I know around here we got some guys that's charging $800 a pallet to put down 419. But those guys, they can charge that much. They are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't compete with those guys. They are exceptionally good at what they do.
Hey, if you're good at what you do,
that's what I say.
Charge that premium price,
Yeah, that's what I say.
You built that relationship, you built that reputation up or whatever. Hey, if they're coming to you, they know they're getting high quality work. They might have to pay for it, but
they're also putting a warranty on everything they do. A lot of people don't warranty nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can warranty sod, man.
Chatting about dogs. They're in there chatting about dogs. We're talking about lawn care. What in the world?
Hey, man. Grass cutters like dogs too, man.
Oh, I love dogs. I love dogs.
I'm a sucker for a puppy dog, dude. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We've got 3 in our house. We got 2 blue ticks and a poodle.
Really? We got 2 that's in here and everything. We used to have a couple others, man, but my lab, man, he was, I think he was 16 years old when he died, and then my English pointer, he was about 15 or 16 years old when he passed away, and so my son brought in Apollo, which is a Cane Corso, so we got him, and then we got a Heinz 57, I guess you'd call it, just a neighborhood scrouch dog, and we've had him for several years now. We've had him for a long time, so.
Yeah, I love dogs, man. One thing about it, man, your wife can be mad at you, your kids be mad at you, your boss man be mad at you. That dog's gonna love you regardless.
Oh, I know.
Time you walk in the door, that joker's gonna jump your lap and kiss you on your face.
Yeah, he loves me, the wife, the kids, and all that. Anybody comes up to the house, he wants to rip their head off. And Roberto's been around this for a long time. Y'all know Roberto's been here for a while. If Roberto walks up to the house, Apollo wants to rip his head off too. He tries to pet him all the time, but our dog does not like Mexicans. He's straight up racist, and he's a black dog. I'm like, dang, dude, come on, man.
Have you seen that? I saw a meme on Facebook one time. It was a yellow lab sitting there, had a can of Budweiser in front of it, had like a plaid or a flannel vest on, and a camo hat. And that yellow lab was just sitting there at the table, and at the top it said, "My daughter ain't dating no black lab." When I saw that, I died.
Messed up. That's messed up.
The funny thing about it is I've got a really good friend of mine that's black, and he sent me the picture with a bunch of laughing emojis. He said, "Bro, this gonna be you when you get older." I said, "Man, get out of here."
Oh man. Let's see. Now we done got Jesse aggravated. He said he'll try to fix it and get it set up for next time. Hey man, don't throw your phone like I throw chainsaws around here if they don't crank up and act right. Don't be slinging your phone all over the place just because we was trying to get you on live. My wife will tell you, dude, when I get aggravated, that sucker's getting thrown somewhere. And it could be my phone aggroing up or something, anything. If I get frustrated enough, I don't even want that thing anymore.
I got to get a new chainsaw. I've got a 251. Yeah. That thing kicked the bucket on me. I'm thinking about a 500i.
Yeah, man, that's an expensive chainsaw, but they say, man, that joker's good.
That thing's a monster.
Yeah, I don't cut anything ever that big. If I have anything come up big or whatever, I give it to Ricky, man. That's my mechanic. Y'all all know him. I give it to him, man. I let him take on that, man. Slide him some work or whatever. He was a tree climber and did tree work for like 28 years. He knows all about that. If it's anything big where I'm gonna need a chainsaw like that, I call him. Hey, Ricky, got you a job. I ain't fooling with it.
Let me ask you this, man. Tires. Do you mount and balance? Not balance, but do you balance your own like 4-wheeler tires, razor tires, golf cart tires, whatever?
Mm-mm.
You take it to a shop and let them do it.
No, I've never balanced a 4-wheeler tire, golf cart tire.
Not balanced. I meant mounted, not balanced. I'm sorry.
Oh, put it on myself?
Yeah.
Or put it on the rim myself? Yeah, I have, but a lot of times, man, like my son's had a go-kart tire and it popped, and I tried to put it on it. I ended up bending the rim up so bad, man. I was like, heck with that. I'll take it somewhere and let them do it.
Well, my son, he bought a mini bike this summer, and he's done wore the tire out on the back tire out already. And so
you're better not taking it to a shop.
Well, I got the back tire replaced. I've already mounted it, but I can't get the bead to set on the front tire, and I can't figure out why. It's a mini bike, like a dirt bike type deal.
I thought dirt bikes had tubes in them too.
It's not a little bit.
It has tubes.
It's not a little tire. It's a small tire. I mean, it's a big tire. Yeah.
Oh, it's like a big mini back tire, like you get a Tractor Supply and stuff.
Yeah.
Bigger, wide tire mini bikes.
That's right. But my son was talking about setting the doggone tire on fire to get it to make it more pliable. I said, boy. Yeah,
I did that. I can do that. You spray it with hairspray. Spray it with hairspray inside of it and then light it and it'll pop back on.
Really?
Yeah, and then it'll go out because it ain't got no oxygen inside of it or nothing. It'll kill the flame. But you better have your little like piece of paper, long piece of paper, and then just touch it on there. And it'll go boom. A lot of times it'll fly up in the air and everything and hit the ground, but it'll pop it back on that bead. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, tank, but I have done it many a times of blowing a tire back onto a bead. So your
That's
sun's right.
cool.
Your sun's right.
But
It'll kill the flame. There ain't no oxygen inside of it.
I never thought about that. I mean, I've done it plenty of times. You know, I grew up with 4-wheelers and golf carts and go karts and things like that. And you know, I've actually done it with lawnmower tires too. I've even done it with a truck tire. I bought a set of truck tires for a square body Chevrolet when I was in high school, and it took me about 3 hours to get those tires on that rim myself. I'll never do that again.
No.
Yeah, I'll never do that again. I was cheap, didn't have no money, high school, you know, but trying to save dollars where I could, and so I know how to do it, and I got the back tire just fine, but that front tire, I'm like, boy, I don't know what to tell you. I told him, I said, because I used to work for a tire shop when I was in high school. I said, you can take that tire and you can lay it in the sun, let it heat up, and it'll make it a little more pliable to where it might work. And he said, well, that's what I was talking about doing with the hairspray. And I'm like, the hairspray? He said, yeah, you spray hairspray on it and you light it. And I'm like, what? I'm like, man, I ain't talking about catching the damn thing on fire. I was like, I'm talking about laying it out in the sun, boy, letting it heat up.
No, hairspray is very flammable, but it will pop on or whatever. I mean, you can do it with starting fluid and all that too. But I mean, growing up, didn't have a whole lot of starting fluid around, but we always had hairspray because there was 3 girls in the house and mom, you know. So there was always girls there with hairspray. So we're always doing our dirt bikes and 4-wheelers with it.
Never had a problem. I never had a problem setting a bead when I was a kid. We always just filled up a spray bottle with water and Dawn dish detergent in it. But we also had a bigger air compressor too. We had a 100-gallon air compressor, and the one I got now is a 6-gallon. There's a big difference there.
I'll tell you what you could do too to be a little bit safer. I've done this before too. Wrap a ratchet strap around the tire and tighten it real tight, and it'll spread out that bead, and then you can shoot air in it, and it wouldn't work.
Wouldn't work.
I've done that before too.
I even took the air chuck off of the hose and just ran the fitting straight onto the valve stem, because you know that gives it a little bit more air. And I was thinking maybe that would work. No, it couldn't do anything.
Go to Harbor Freight and get you one of them blaster tanks. That'd work.
Yeah, that's something to think about too. But I ain't going out there and buying no blaster tank just for one little old doggone mini bike tire.
Do the hairspray trick then.
Yeah. He told me he was going to do it, and I said, that's your tire.
Video it. Make a short out of it. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah. He's going to be on a short with no eyebrows.
Yeah. Jesse said, I have customers ask me all the time if I do French drains. I tell them nope. Come on, Jesse. That's extra revenue, man. And tell us the reason why you don't. Is it just something that you've never done before, not experienced to do it, or something like that? I mean, because there is things that we don't do because we're scared we're going to tear something up. But as you get in the thick of stuff and start learning stuff and doing things, man, you come to find out it's a lot easier than what you thought. You know?
Yeah. I've never done one before.
That's like laying sod. When I started laying sod, I was nervous as a wreck first time I did it, you know?
I've never been nervous about sod. Well, if you can put, hey, I mean, it is what it is. If you, I look at it like this, man. If you can put a puzzle together, you can lay sod.
Yeah. But I've saw people lay sod and they lay it right on top of each other, staggering it like that. They don't stagger it. You know what I'm saying? Like a puzzle, like you said, or like Tetris or something. You know, they're just, you know, they got a layer right here, then they put it right beside each other, and then they put it right beside each other. They don't, you know, match it up. You know what I'm saying? Cut a half piece first, and then a long piece, and then you put your piece up under it, and it goes all the way across, and then you stagger it. You know.
See, I was taught to do it. I was taught to do it in 3 stages. You know, the first stage is all your prep work. You go in, do whatever grading you're going to do, add your topsoil, all that good stuff, or whether you're going to use topsoil or sand clay, whatever you're going to do. If you're going to add a drain or irrigation, you do all that in the same day. And then You come back the next day with the sod. Hopefully you got some help with you. But you put the sod in, and then you come back 2 months later after it's all established and taken root. You come back 2 months later and top dress it to fill in those little crevices that they got left over.
Yeah. No, that's right. That's right. How you're prepping and doing all that. And them stages is perfect. That's exactly how you want to do it. So. Yeah, I don't know where Chad's at tonight. He probably had to work late.
Hey,
Dog
chatting with
House.
Chad.
Dalton just got in here. What's up, man? Hey, come in here and get in the live. Come get in the live, Dalton. If you're on here right now, baby done went to bed, gave it to your wife. You got a little time to sit in here and chat with us. Go on and pop in here to the live. Here, look, I'll put the link up, man, again.
Everybody's always got an excuse, don't they, Lee?
Always. Always excuse why they can't come on. And
everybody wants to be a gangster till it's time to do some gangster shit.
There it is, Dalton. Get on here. I went to a job and forgot my keys to unlock the locks. Laugh out loud. You talking being pissed and spitting fire. Laugh out loud. To my weed eater blower and stuff. Yeah, I guess that's pretty bad, man. Probably wouldn't hurt to have that on the key ring of your vehicle.
Dalton has said that.
No, that was Jesse.
Oh, man! I tell you what I did. Go ahead.
I was gonna say is all my lockable stuff on our trailers and stuff is combination. So, like, we have the equipment defender with the combination lock. I didn't go with the key lock because, yeah, I would have lost it too. I would have easily lost the key. So,
the key locks, they come with like 1,000 keys. I think they come with 6 keys for every single piece of equipment you buy. I've got so many doggone equipment defender keys, it ain't even funny.
Oh, you should have went combination.
That's the plan. Whenever I get an enclosed trailer, I'm putting all new stuff in there, and I'm going combination.
I think it was $25 more, and I said, "To heck with it, give me it." I mean, I think that's worth me losing keys all the time or whatever. Give it to me. I don't like a whole lot of keys, anyways. Like hooked to my keychain and all that. You got keys for everything, I got keys for my shop, keys for my house, keys for my truck, keys for the toolboxes up underneath the landscaping truck. There's just too many keys, man. I don't want that many keys. So if I can eliminate a little bit of them, I'm good.
I've got 3 key rings for my equipment. I've got one for my walker. It's got an equipment defender key on there, and it's also, my trimmer racks. They're not equipment defender. They're buyers, and so it's just a padlock on those. But I've got both of those keys on there, and I've also got a walker key, and I've got a spare right key on the walker key ring, and then I've got a spare walker key on my right key ring, and then it's got the 2 other keys. And then same with my other set of keys. That way, if I have 2 people with me, we all have a key in our pocket.
So you don't keep your keys on your equipment?
Leave them in the equipment?
Yeah.
No, I don't. And the reason being is because I used to, and I stopped doing it because we were going to the other side of town one day. It was 2 years ago when I had an employee and had everything in the ignition like normal, and got to the first property, keys were gone, nowhere to be found.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what happened.
We never take our keys out of ours. But nowadays they got that where it's the weatherproof too, and it goes over the top of it and over the top of the ignition part, so they don't even come off or nothing. So we never take them off. We never take our keys out. They stay in there. Dalton said peer pressure is real here. Lap my blank off. I'm on the clock, fellas. So he's at work. He's cheating work. He is sitting there watching Urban Life and giving their time. And but I think he's a firefighter. I think all they do is sit up there and play video games and everything. We ain't got nothing going on.
I don't think Dalton knows that I know that he works from home.
He works from home. So you're saying that he works from home, huh?
Yeah. He may not know that I know, but he has told me that.
He might be saying I'm on the clock, fellas, because I got that newborn baby, and it's all time, every time. It's what it is what it is.
Yeah.
So
He he might be on mama doctor time.
yeah, that's what he's saying. It's mama's been home with the baby all day. He's home in the evening. It's his time to take care
Yeah.
of that baby.
Yeah.
Jeff said, "I leave my keys in my equipment too." Yeah, I do. I do the same thing or whatever. Plus, we can put them in the box truck, close it down. But I've had trouble in the past. Tank. That's why I do that is because water gets in that ignition and everything, and it will mess that ignition switch up. And I like it that John Deere has it, and other companies might have it too, where the key is waterproof into that ignition and everything nowadays. So that's why I like it.
That makes sense. It makes sense. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, whenever I buy an enclosed trailer, everything I get is going to be combination.
That's what
It's just
you're
too
going to
many.
do.
Yeah, it's just too many keys to keep up with. Do you have Equipment Defender or Green Touch or whatever it is inside your box truck?
No, I have Rubbermaid racks that you just like they go into a garage and everything, and they snap on and snap off, and you can put any type of rack mount that you want on it. That's
You
what
just
I have.
got the back door locked.
Yeah, we padlock the back door.
Yeah, I know Buster. He's got all his stuff locked inside, and then he's got the back door locked as well, and the side door on his enclosed trailer. I'm like, damn, boy.
He definitely don't want nothing to get to it, huh?
Yeah, and he's also got cameras watching his stuff too.
Oh my God! Hey,
Yeah,
I don't blame him.
no,
Hey,
I think
I pulled up today, and after looking at the landscaping job, and my wife hadn't got home yet, and there was a strange car coming up the road from my shop. Nobody should ever be down there at my shop. It's off the main road goes to the house, the other road goes to the neighbor's house, but then my little road goes down into my shop, which is connected out to the road too. But nobody should ever be down there. That car was pulling up real slow out of my driveway, and it turned left. Thank goodness, because that's a dead end road. I just parked in the middle of the road, waited on him to come back. Like, all right, come on, guy. Got my piece right here beside me. I said, come on, guy, you ain't gonna go far because that's a dead end road. You got to come back through. And man, when he came back through, he was all nervous. And next over to us, or whatever, there is some houses, and he was a Walmart delivery guy. And he's like, man, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm trying to get to this house right here. And the GPS took me right here. And it has. I agree with him. A lot of people are, because they just built these houses like a year or two ago. And so the GPS ain't set up yet. And sometimes it'll take them down my little drive to my shop. And the house is back there, back behind there. And I guess that's the way they're thinking it could go to that house. And he's all nervous and everything. He's like, I'm sorry. I know I probably shouldn't have been down there. I turned around and it was coming back out. I was like, yeah, he was coming out pretty slow. Had me worried. And he said, I'm a Walmart delivery guy. That's all. And I saw all the Walmart bags in the back seat. And I'm like, all right, I guess. I didn't like it at first.
yeah, I'd have had questions about that myself.
Yeah. We live in the boonies, dude. You better watch it when you come up pulling in my house unexpected and all that. You're gonna be finding some lead in your AWS.
Better watch where you stepping around here, homeboy.
Yeah.
Mm.
He said, I'm a lot older. Let me put it on here. I'm a lot older and don't have the equipment. I'm retired and I want to do less as possible, but that means I'm afraid to work. Or it doesn't mean I'm afraid to work. I just do enough to stay busy and make as little cash flow. Hey, I don't blame you, man. You already served your time. You already, put in your time. You're in your retirement age. You're in your retirement life. Man, if you're just picking up a couple yards a week or whatever. Hey, that's pretty cool, man. I don't blame you, because you don't want to never just physically stop working or doing something. That's the worst thing you can do, man. If you just flat out just lay around and don't do nothing, It's not good for your body and everything. You got to be moving. You need to stay motivated a little bit on something. So I see a lot of guys around here that are retired and they might do 10 yards a week, maybe 8 yards a week. It's just something them get out of the house, mingle and talk to their customers, and maybe stop at a Jack's and talk to people in there, little liar's bench and all that, what I used to call it when I was growing up. You see all the old men standing around or sitting on the bench at the gas station, old liar's bench, talking about everybody in the community.
Yeah. What is that? Is that Ripden Cola? Ripden Cola? I can't hardly read that.
What is it? What does somebody say?
RIPDINE Cola. Anyway, he was at. That's his name. That's his handle.
Oh, okay. I see it. Okay.
He was asking, do we keep battery maintainers on our mower batteries? I do in the wintertime.
Yeah. A little triple charge.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea to do that and everything. We run ours, man, all the way. And then very heart of the winter, it's probably only like, I'm only down really maybe a month and a half that we're not using the mower. Probably a month and a half we're not using the mower. So I'll go
February
out there. So I go out there about every couple of days and crank things up, or maybe once a week or something, crank it up and make sure it's still doing good. So I don't really put them on a triple charge or anything like that. Dalton said, y'all crack me up trying to get me to burn the bridge at work over being on a Buddy Lee's live on company time. Y'all trying to get me full time faster. We trying to get you full time faster, man. You already got a pretty good bit of yards. Tell that boss man, take this job and shove it. Well, I ain't working here no more. That's what I did one day. I went in there and told that guy, hey, I'm going to have to go. I didn't sing that song to him. Thinking about it now, I probably should have, Nah, he was super good to me. If he was a bad boss or whatever, I'd have stormed in there that day when I knew I was ready to go full time. Take this job and shove it.
I tell you what, I told my supervisor at Cisco before I left there, it was the year before I left, I worked Monday through Thursday, and he told me I had to work that Friday, and I told him, I said, I can't. And he said, what do you mean? I said, I've got yards to take care of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I said, I can't. And he goes, Tank, you gonna risk you gonna do us like that over a side gig? I said, look here, homeboy, y'all have become the side gig.
Yeah, that's what's bad.
Yeah, dude, he got so mad when I told him that. That probably wasn't the best thing to say at the time, but he got so mad when I said that.
Yeah. Mine couldn't believe it either. Mine couldn't believe it either. He's like, so you're still fiddling on about this lawn care stuff or whatever? He said, you're not going anywhere. You're running my crews and everything. You're not going anywhere. He said, what's it going to take, Lee? What's it going to take to keep you? I said, at the time, about 180 a year. 180 a year. And I'm like, yeah. He goes, I can't pay you that. I was like, I know. I got guys at home right now doing yards paying more than you're paying your employees. I got to go. I got to go home.
Yeah, that's funny. Did you give him a 2 weeks notice?
I did. I worked every day to it. I finished after 2 weeks. I actually worked, I think, 2.5, 3 weeks until they got somebody in. And guess what? I trained that guy a little bit, which it was my brother-in-law. I was training him up a little bit and running the stuff and all that. My brother-in-law's still there. They made him they're paying him really good, and I'm so proud of my brother-in-law, because I got him the job. He was working at a pawn shop and all that. Never really had like a big job or whatever. Got him out there, trained him up, worked with me. And then now he is a licensed surveyor that works in the office, and he hands out work to all the crews. He's big timing now. I was like, yeah, buddy. And he's like, that could have been you, Lee. I was like, I was chasing other dreams, dog.
Yeah. I gave mine a 1 month's notice.
1 month. I mean, yeah, I would have gave him longer. You know, I just told him. I said, "Hey, man, I gotta be doing this. You know, my business just keeps growing and growing and growing." I would have gave them as long as they wanted me to, so they can refill the spot and do all that. I've always been like that with every job I've ever had. I've never just shafted somebody on a job and just left. You know, I've always gave my at least 2-week notice, whether they wanted me to give it or not. I tried. You know.
Well, my plan was to give him a 2 weeks notice, but everybody I talked to told me to give him a 1 month resignation letter, and he said just keep feeding them rope and let them hang themselves, and that's exactly what happened.
Oh wow!
They showed their true colors because I gave them a month's notice, and they had a month to show their true colors with me.
Wow!
And I didn't finish that notice either.
You didn't finish the month.
It was either 2.5 or 3 weeks that I worked, and I said, "Yeah, I'm done."
No, my brother-in-law's in the office with the big wigs and the boss all the time. They're still asking about me and if I'm ever going to come back or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. It was the best job I ever had. I miss surveying. I miss doing that type of work and everything. But, hey, man, my dream and my business was growing. You know, I had a great job. You know, I ain't going to lie. I had a great job, paid really, really well. They gave me a company truck, a laptop, cell phone. I mean, anything. We could take my company truck to Florida if we wanted to. There was no gas expenses was out of the question, you know. And then when they took us out of town a couple times, I mean, eat what you want to on the menu. Me and my brother-in-law being there eating steaks and lobsters and then bringing them back the receipt. And they're like, dang, y'all ate good. I was like, hell yeah, y'all had us out of town away from our family. I'm going to eat good.
Yeah, I'm going to make you pay for this.
Gave us good per diems. I mean, when we did have to go out of town and stuff, dude, it was awesome, man. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Here's a question. Well, let's go to this one first. I got buyers, trimmers, and blower racks. No issues with them. And that's what you just said you have, right? Buyers.
The trimmer rack.
Yeah.
My blower racks are, my blower racks and my sprayer rack. That's Equipment Defender.
Okay, and then the next question is when the time is right, I'll give 2 weeks, but the folks I work with won't take it, I imagine. The big corporate don't care about the little guys. And you're exactly right, man. If you get into some of these bigger corporates, man, you're just a name on their sleeve, man. They could care less, you know. And that's how I always treated my guys when they come out. I treat them with respect and treat them good because I have been in that bigger corporate spot. And they don't care nothing about you, man. They don't give a crap, nope. You know.
You die today, they'll have you replaced tomorrow.
Yeah. What schooling and training do you have to do for surveying? It's called the School of Hard Knocks, man. When I started with my wife's uncle, and we were doing all the power plants around here, and they hired me, and I was with the Migos shoveling for about 6 months. I mean, I was in there with the Migos. You can ask my wife. Nobody speak the lick of English around me for 6 months. I was just in there shoveling and working my tail off. And my uncle came over and he ran the surveying crew. This is how it all started. He walks over there to me and he goes, "Hey, you like doing this?" I was like, "It's a job, buddy. That's what I got to do. You know, I got a wife and a kid at home. I only had Sawyer then." He goes, "Well, do you like it?" I was like, "I don't like a job, but I'm going to be here every day and do it." And he goes, "What do you think about being my rodman?" And I was like, because he kind of like said some kind of weird stuff to me all the time. Where that's what you get in a construction site. They might say weird things. And he's like, "How about you feel about being my rodman?" I was like, "That ain't gay. I ain't been nobody's rodman. You know, I ain't doing nothing like that, you know." And he's like, "That ain't what I'm talking about, Lee." He said, "Surveying, you got to have a rod guy that shoots the shots and everything." And I was like, I said, "Well, it being this shovel and getting out of this hole?" He goes, yeah, it will. And so he taught me, and dude, he taught me for like 6 months, 7 months. Within the 6 or 7 months, man, I was down in Pensacola, Florida, running my own job surveying. Everybody was like, "Lee." I took it up like that, man. The knowledge that he threw at me and how fast I was to figure it out and do such a good job. That company is a big company, like Dalton was talking about or whatever. They're called Hort Construction. I mean, they're a $500 million company where there's a lot of like Alabama Power, Georgia Power. We do a lot of plants. And dude, I was running the plant down there in Pensacola, Florida. It was like Plant Chris. And I was running that job in like 7 months, which is kind of cool. And I was only like 22 years old, and they were paying me like $26 an hour at that time. I mean, that's good money, you know?
Talking about Plant Chris.
Yeah, Plant Chris. Yeah.
Southern company.
Yeah, Southern Company. Yeah. I was in there. We were building all their stack foundations. We were building their transformer pads and all that kind of stuff. I was laying out anchor boats, laying out the concrete. I had to figure up concrete. I had to figure up, all this I had to figure up and, give them the square footage, how much concrete was going to be. I had to have these anchor boats within a quarter of an inch because they were setting these big things on top of them, and they got holes in them, and that anchor boat's got to set inside that hole, so you had to have it within a quarter of an inch. And I had to go up there. Look, the first pour when I got to the job 3 days later, I had to have all the points in my data collector, had to have all the points set out. I had to set up my shots for when we're shooting it all lined up. I know I'm talking over y'all's head about this real quick, but I'm just throwing it in there. But I had to have everything within an eighth of an inch or a quarter of an inch. The first pour we did took 26 hours. And I had to go up there every hour and shoot over 500 anchor boats to make sure they stay set in place. It was rough. It was rough.
Did you do any work at Vogel or Hatch? Plant Vogel or Plant Hatch?
No, it was all in Alabama. I did Plant Madonna, Wilsonville, Gorgas, Miller, and Plant Chris. It was all the southern ones in Alabama. And,
gotcha.
That I was working. So.
Huh.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. I grew up super fast, and I liked it so much because I felt like I was worth something in the very beginning. Down in the hole, the Migos and all that, they saw that I would work every day right beside them, hard as I possibly could. So when I got into the position of surveying for them guys, they were setting the forms up and they were getting everything ready. They had a lot of respect for me. They're like, Lee will work his butt off out here, so we're going to do what we can for him. And I beat some records, like the Larry, my wife's uncle, whatever, he would pour like 5 or 6 beers a day. We were pouring 12 to 13 a day. We were smoking his butt. And like all the Migos were like so happy because they already knew the respect because I was in the hole with them for 6 months, 7 months. In the trenches with them, just working like a dog, and they got a lot of respect for me. So when I started setting up piers and all that, they were coming running. They're like, hey, this guy get it, so we're gonna get it with him. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, the Amigos can work now. You got to give them that. Love them or hate them, whatever you feel about them. You cannot deny the fact that they can work like a dog.
Yep. Oh, elevator something said, cue that banjo. Cue that banjo. I don't know what that means, but
Wrong turn.
It.
Talking about the movie Wrong Turn.
Yeah, probably.
Probably about you being a rock man.
Oh yeah, I was in a rock band for a while, man. It was cool.
Rod man, not rock band.
Rod man, I got you. Yeah, I ain't being nobody's rod man. You hear me? Yep, I've done 29 years working in school districts, working in vehicle maintenance departments, and drive once in a while school buses. I got 50 yards, so I mow 5 or 6 a day, and I call it. Hey, I don't blame you, man. Like you said, you served your time, man. You're getting that check. For being in the school district and everything. And, hey, whatever you can do just to pop off a little bit extra income nowadays, it's not a bad deal. You know what I'm saying? So,
absolutely. You gotta tip your hat to somebody who's willing to get out there and supplement their income.
Oh, my wife brings up, look at her, man. She hits me harder than all y'all do. All he had to do was become a rodman and then shoot their shots.
Brittany.
She ain't right, man.
You sure she didn't work on a construction site?
She might have worked there too. That go.
Hey,
is what he was talking about.
I've been on
So
I've been
all
on
those
plenty.
down there, I became the rodman, and I shot a lot of shots off.
I tell you what, man, I've been on plenty of job sites in my day, and they're whether it's union or non-union, they're all tip for tap. I mean, they're
Oh,
rough.
hey,
And yes,
that,
yes, we did pick on electricians too.
yeah,
That
yeah.
is that is
Yeah,
a
the
real thing.
electrician. Yeah. They get it hard. They get it hard. Hey, but what I'll tell you though is, I worked in construction for several years. But when I went and worked in the coal mines and ran a piece of equipment, and all you had was a two-way radio to talk crap to each other, dude, they'd be some feelings hurt by the end of the night, man. People want to get out and fight each other. That's why I tell everybody, leave your feelings at the gate. Because once you come in and you got feelings on you or whatever, they're going to get hurt before the end of the night. They're going
Oh
to
yeah,
get so hurt. Because all we can do is run this equipment all night for 12 hours, 10 hours a day. But we got our hand right here and we're trying to make somebody mad. We're trying to hurt some feelings. That's all we're trying to do all night, because it makes the time go by. If you can get anybody in there cussing you out, oh man, I'm gonna whoop your butt at the end of the night, blah blah blah. You're just feeling the fire on us. You know what I'm saying? We're just ready.
oh yeah, dude. I used to work for the
They had me
railroad.
like that. They had me like that. When I first started in the mines, dude, I told my wife, I said, I'm going to get off this truck. I'm going to go and whoop this operator's butt by the end of the night. She's like, you can't do that. They're going to make it worse on you. They're going to make it worse on you. I said, we got in the parking lot. I'm going to whoop his A.
Yeah, yeah. I worked for the railroad when I was a young guy, and I worked at a rail car repair facility, but it was an actual railroad job. And dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, you talking about some rough cats? Oh my god! And I worked the night shift, and we had an old abandoned Kmart right up the road from where we worked, and we used to call that the Octagon. And if somebody had a problem, needed to settle some differences, we'd take it to the Octagon at the end of the shift, and
Be
we
hugging at the end of it.
oh yeah, we'd be duking it out, and then we'd go sit at the gas station and drink beer together for
Yeah, no.
until we got off at 4 o'clock in the morning, I think it was, and we'd sit up at the gas station, drink beer till 6:30. We'd be just got done beating the brakes off each other
No.
at the
That's what happened
Octagon.
in the mines. That's what happened in the mines all the time. If there was a
Yeah,
fight, you'd see them 2 minutes later all hugged up to each other. I'm like, Dad, go on, what in the world?
hey, you settle it right then. I mean, brothers fight, man. Brothers fight.
Yeah, yeah. I tell you what, though, if somebody came in otherwhere else or whatever, they take care of you. They'll help you out. They're like, you ain't picking on him. We'll all whoop your butt.
Yeah,
They got your back, but they
that's
gonna
exactly
jake
right.
you and joke with you all night long. But they got your back when it comes down to something serious.
Yeah, it's like that guy's an asshole, but he's our asshole. You ain't gonna bother him.
What's up, Brian? Yeah, Tuesday Night Live, man. Just got in for lunch and after a couple of jobs this morning. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I said, guys, it's the next day for him. So it's Wednesday, probably about 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. So pretty cool.
But yeah, that is cool. But now talking about electricians, man, we picked on the electricians, gave them a hard time, but we also respected the electricians too. Because I'm gonna tell you, electricians about like a Marine.
Yeah.
They know 1,000 different ways to kill you.
Yeah, yeah, they're dealing with power all day. I'm pretty sure they can figure out a way to get you electrocuted.
And but the reason they got picked on so much, man, is because they would always leave the job cleaner than what they were when they showed up. It's like, man, this don't make no sense. But it's all in fun, though. We all loved each other.
But you got to realize when it's time for the electricians and all them to come in or whatever, everything's pretty much done. They're inside of the building that's already pretty much done. Besides putting the sheetrock on and everything.
Yep. They're
So
like blisters, man. They show up after the work's
with the
done.
work's done, exactly right. Have you heard of Tomco Asphalt Products in Alabama? No, I haven't. Mm-mm. Where are you from, Jesse? I know you've told me several times, but my memory ain't good about locations. I try to remember names better. But
I got a question for some of these guys out in the comments, man.
okay.
I found Buster. most of y'all know who Buster Davis is, a guy down at New Hope Cuts. But he sent me a website the other day. You know, me and him both, we have a Right Standard 36. And I'm about to get some new tires for my 36. They're slick as a mayonnaise sandwich. And
Get the twills.
no, I'm not getting wheels. I ain't got none of that Irvin's Lawn Care money yet. But
man, you gotta put it in there in your expenses, man. Then you won't
I
never need
know.
tires again.
Scared to, man. That's a big purchase. I'm scared to. But told you, man, I got to get out of debt. Got to get some debts paid off before I start making big purchases like that.
I don't blame you on that. That's one thing me and my wife can say we're blessed about. Only thing we owe on is her car and the house. That's it. Nothing else is debt.
But what I'm getting at here, this website he sent me a link to it. I found the wheels I'm gonna get. They're $136 for a set. That's with the rims on them.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if anybody else knows of somewhere I can get them for cheaper than that. Because if not, I'm going with that. And I feel like that's a good price, but I can't find nothing else cheaper.
Yeah, and that's a smaller tire and wheel, anyways, right? Being on a 36.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it on like Amazon or something like that, or what's it?
Shoot, I'd have to back out of the live to look it up. I can't remember what it is though.
Dalton said that sounds like a hell of a deal. You should rip that guy's arm off.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too. I mean, because only other place I found is like $200 for a set of tires, and my dealership, they're not going to sell you a tire and a wheel unless you ask for it. And if you do that, it's going to be around $300. My dealership is high.
I don't know if you saw this earlier, but check out my present that Roberto got me. Gulf Shores, Alabama. But check the back out. Lee. That's pretty cool, ain't it?
Yeah, man. Hey, at least he thought of you.
Yeah, I know. So I told him, I said, I gave you extra money to go take your family out to dinner or something, not to buy me a present, you know. But that's pretty cool, you know. Yeah, your employee think of his boss man when he's out of town, supposed to be celebrating. I wouldn't be thinking of my boss man when I'm out on vacation or whatever. The hell with Lee, you know?
Yeah, I know, right?
No, yeah. I know, right?
I know when I worked for the railroad, my supervisor passed away while I was working out there, and I was going to his funeral. And my father-in-law was like, "Why are you going to his funeral? Most people throw a party when their supervisor passes away." I'm like, "Dude, that's just wrong." I'm like, "That is just wrong, man."
God, that guy's gone, baby. Well, who they gonna bring in next? He might be worse than the other guy.
No, I liked him. He was a good guy.
Yeah.
But no, that's pretty good. That means you must be a pretty good boss there, Lee.
Yeah, man, that made me. I felt very, very appreciative for that, and that's what I told him, man. I said, "Man, dude, he knows how bad I am forgetful about knives too, and he's gonna buy me a knife. Now I got to figure out a way to keep up with this thing, because I can't just let my employee get me a knife and I lose it. I'm terrible with knives, dude. I lose them like crazy.
It's got a key ring on it. Put it on your truck key.
Yeah, I should. That would be pretty good, actually. What you just said there. Put it on my truck key, so I won't never lose it.
Well, you won't lose it. Well, if you like me, you'll lose it, because I lose my truck key all the time.
No, I don't even take them out of the vehicles. I don't even take my keys.
Are you serious? Oh no.
I probably don't even be saying too much, but I told y'all. I done mentioned it. You're gonna have some lead in your butt. You come up here.
Yeah, you ain't gonna do that in Augusta, Georgia. I can tell you that right now. You go out there in the morning, your stuff be gone, long gone.
Yeah, but I live in the country. I got my dog outside. If anything comes up, man, he's like, roar, roar, roar. Big old dog, you know. Yeah. He's like, he's gonna get us robbed blind.
Yeah, all they gotta do is feed him bacon strips. He'll be good to go then.
I know. I'm just joking with y'all, dude. I do bring my keys in. Daggone. Come on.
It's too late. Too late now, Lee.
Let them come. Let them come. Hey, it'll be like that guy. It'll be like the guy at the In-N-Out. Did you hear about that? Mm-hmm. The guy came up shooting people or whatever, and a guy came up with a pistol, was shooting him back or whatever, and he finally, I think they say he killed himself or whatever, but he saved so many lives, man, because he was there. He came towards the fight instead of going away from it. and protected a lot of people,
Yeah.
So don't think that won't happen here. I'm telling y'all, you're in the wrong business. You come up on my property. Because, I mean, even if you're on my property, if I shoot you, I'll just drag you in the house and say it started in the house.
Well, this is a pretty bad area to have any kind of mass shooting or anything like that. There's way too many military personnel around here.
Yeah, that wouldn't fly here in Walker County either, man. Everybody that drives around has a hunting gun in their car or truck or whatever,
Well, we all carry around here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do too.
We got a lot of special operators around here too. A bunch of spec ops guys.
Yeah. Dalton says, you don't got to get ready if you stay ready. Exactly.
That's right. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing, dog.
Yep, that's right. All right, anybody got any topics they want to talk about before we close this thing off tonight, man? And Tank, I appreciate you being on here, man. I appreciate you coming on here as much as you do. That's pretty cool, man. Hats off to you, man, getting on here and discussing conversations with me and all that. Yeah,
best live and lawn care, man.
That's what they say. Best live and lawn care. I don't know.
Who wouldn't want to be a part of it? Best live and lawn care.
I appreciate it, man. I'm hoping we help a lot of people out too, man. That's the point of this, is give y'all some information. Now I know we joked off a little bit tonight and all that kind of stuff, but I just hope that people are getting some information every live that they can. Jesse said Texas. Oh yeah, he's from Texas. That's where he's at. He's in Texas. I'm about an hour away from downtown Dallas. Man, you should be. Is it a pretty good town? An hour outside of Dallas too. But you already said, hey, 5 or 6 a day is enough. I don't blame you. You ain't trying to chase too much work.
His money's made.
You ain't young, hungry like me and Tank is. Young and still hungry for work.
If I pick up too much more, I might have to find me a helper.
Yeah, I don't know why you ain't got one yet. You need to find you an amigo, man.
I ain't got enough work yet. I mean, I can do it myself right now. I figure I can do 100 by myself.
Yeah, but like you said, your yards are a lot smaller and everything. Hey, but you know what I did do? On Sunday night, I was going to try to tell y'all exactly how many yards I have. Guess how many yards you think I have?
Actual properties or customers?
Properties that I cut.
180?
No. It's going to hurt your feelings. It's going to hurt a lot of y'all's feelings when you figure out the number that I actually take care of.
300?
No, I'm no way up. No, you're too high, man. You're so cold, it's unbelievable.
120.
No. Hey, here's what we can do. And there's only 10 of y'all in here. Here's what we'll do. If you can guess the number of properties that I take care of and manage, I will send you a hat. If you can figure out how many properties that I maintenance and take care of, if you're in here, put a number down in the comments and I will send you a hat. I think that would be pretty cool to figure out. Let's see if anybody can figure it out while we're on here for the next 20 or 30 minutes, however much longer we're going to be on here. I don't know how long you want to be on here tonight, Tank, but I think that would be pretty cool to figure out how many properties Urban Lawn Service actually takes care of.
The answer for that about discounts, Dalton, for me is no. Jeff's Lawn and Landscaping says 75. I know it's more than that because I'm doing 79.
I don't know. I appreciate y'all putting the numbers down, man. Hey, I see if I try to give something away, then the comments start rolling in here. I see what it's all about. But nobody has guessed it yet. And I might go with the closest one. If you don't hit it on the if you don't hit it right, I might do the closest one, whoever gets it. He's trying to get brownie points, Lee.
I'm gonna say
Let's see. There's
110.
12. There's 12 of y'all in here. There's 12 of y'all in here, and we got right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people as guests so far. There's 15 of y'all in here now. So guess how many properties Urban Lawn Server has, and I will send the hat to your house.
You said you're mostly residential.
Who, me?
I mean, no, you're mostly commercial.
Mostly commercial. We're 85% commercial, 15% residential. Now, this is the properties that I do. This isn't how many I have that's weekly, because that's just adding them times 2. This is just physically properties that we do. If you can guess the number, I will I'll send you a hat.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I'm gonna say 65.
And Brian, you're excused from this because it costs too daggum much to send you a daggum hat, and I already sent you one. It costs a pretty good bit to send that thing to Australia, my man. Thank you, Tank, and all the guys in here enjoyed it. Lee, welcome everyone in this live, and isn't fake to whom he is in here. He welcomes all perspectives. Don't know why that brother.
Don't know why that bothers others so bad.
Oh, don't know why it bothers others so bad. Yeah. We got some that are pretty close, but nobody has hit it yet. And you can do more than one. I'll let you do more than one guess. They ain't got to just be one guess, because I really want somebody to hit it tonight. I ain't sent nobody a gift. I ain't sent nobody a hat in a long time. So it's fine to send somebody one. And like I said, I might give it to somebody that is the closest. And there is somebody on here that is pretty doggone close already to the number.
So 71.
Nope. You can guess all night. I don't think you're going to get it. And you're going to be like, what in the crap?
41.
Nope.
60. 61, 62, 63.
Hey, even if you get it right now, because you're doing it like that, I don't know. My next guess is 95. My guess is 69, 53, 67, 90, 65, 91, 85, 155, 75. Nobody's hit the number yet.
No, I'm going to say 110 for real.
Brittany said 15. Little laughing emoji. She's the winner. I'm going to give her a hat up there at the house. No, it's more than that. Dalton said 36. That ain't it. Dalton said 111, and that ain't it.
There's a guy here in town. I kid you not. He's got less than 20 properties, and he's making over $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
It's all commercial, though. Big commercial stuff.
All right. I think we're going to, I think that's everybody guessed or whatever. I'm going to give it to the guy that is the closest. And the guy that is the closest is SL Service 25, Brandon. Brandon is the closest. We're going to go ahead and call it, even though he's throwing his numbers left and right, that it's getting him further away. But his first guess was 65 yards. And the closest, and at the time was the closest. I do 64 yards. I have 64 properties. How crazy is that?
Total commercial and residential?
Commercial and residential. I have 65 properties.
Big stuff, though, man. Big stuff.
Some of them are pretty big. And so we do commercial. So y'all are all, you know, how many hours we work a week. You would think, dang, man, I could do 63 properties, man, in 1 week, and, 40 hours or 50 hours, the way Ray talks or whatever. But some of our commercial properties are really big, and they're using stand-ons, and they like stand-ons, and they don't feel fatigued or anything like that. But they're big properties, and they pay really well. So yeah, 64 properties. I looked them up last night. I was like, because we were talking about it Sunday. I told Brittany, I said in there, and some of the properties, I count like the Shannon Banks I was telling you about. He's the one that owns a marina. But see, guys, I do the marina for him. He's got a barber shop that's connected to it. He's got 3 rental properties that's connected to it. He's got another rental property on the other side of the bridge of the marina. We have the marina we have to do. He has he has a place where they store all their boats and everything. So that's a property. And see, guys, I add that all up as one property, one guy. Now we drive 40 minutes up the road or 35 minutes up the road, and he has like 12 properties up there that we service. I count that as one property still because it's one person paying me with a check. Jesse, it's over with. It's not 85. It's 64 properties that I service.
Huh. Well, I mean, that's like the old saying goes, there ain't but one number that matters, and that's the dollar amount.
The dollar amount, and yeah. I mean, that's all it boils down to, or whatever. Now, if you can guess how much I make a year.
I'm not getting all that.
That's fine. No, we ain't got to get in all that. I just wanted y'all to know how many properties I did or whatever. I don't want to, I'm not on here to brag about what I make with 64 properties or whatever. That is not the thing that I portray on this channel, on this lives. But I think it's fun if you can find out how many properties you're actually serving. So, like I said, we got 3 apartment complexes that are pretty big, and they pay extremely well. So
yeah. And the thing about it is, I mean, it just goes to show a lot of people think that you have to have upwards of 100 properties to make $100,000, and I don't know what you're making, but I'm assuming you're making 200,000 or better. And you got 68 properties. I mean, 64 properties. I've got 79. And I'm on track to make between 150 and 160 right now.
Yeah.
So.
But that's still good.
Oh, yes. That's especially for a solo operator.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you never imagine working somewhere at a business or whatever, and they're going to pay you that kind of money? You're making
Absolutely not.
You're making about what a doctor makes and everything, I'll tell y'all this. I'm not giving full numbers or whatever, but guys, we're averaging like $1,700 to $1,800 a day. That's 2 guys going out. Now they work 10 hours or they work 12 hours or whatever. I'm still averaging me sitting here, not working, going and managing and bidding or whatever, $150 an hour. That's after I pay out my labor, my fuel, all that. I'm doing $150 an hour, average, and that's pretty good money,
See, mine is actually probably more. It ain't no actually. It's probably to it. I know it's more than what I said because I do that. My average price per property per cut. I'm not including bush trimmings. I'm not including landscaping or anything like that.
Yeah,
and I'm only doing. And I'm not that's not including my year-round customers either. I'm doing it for a certain amount of customers, my average price, and for 40 weeks. And I work more than 40 weeks in a year. But the growing season typically lasts 40 weeks.
Yeah. Jesse's still bringing in numbers. Jesse, 64. He's like 6, 7. I bet that's what my kids wish I had. I bet they were wishing that when I was counting it up and I said it that day or whatever. Anytime I ever say, about 6 or 7 hours or something like that, you can hear my youngest son, 6, 7. It doesn't matter where we're at, what we're doing. If he hits 6, 7 together, out of the blue, it's just like automatic to him. 6, 7, Dad, 6, 7. I'm like, oh my God. Like we were looking at a truck. And, I don't know. I might be able to bring it up for y'all or whatever. I might not be able to, but I'm looking at this F-250 out here at this car lot or whatever. And let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see. Let me see if y'all can see this. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. So we're looking at that truck, and he sees on the side Right there. It says 6.7 diesel. And so he automatically goes, 6.7, Dad, 6. Out of the blue. I didn't even tell him to do it or nothing. I'm like, I'm filming the truck. I'm like, that's a nice truck, ain't it, son, or whatever. And he looks over and he points up the side of the thing and he goes, 6.7, Dad, 6.7.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
it don't take much anymore to give these kids something to go. It's like, man.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, man. It's kind of cool, whatever. So Brandon won the thing. So Brandon, if you will, how about Brittany, since she's in here? Brittany, send my email address in the comments. Let Brandon get my email and email me his information, and I will send Brandon a hat. So thank you so much for winning the little prize that we had tonight, just for the people that have been in here or whatever. I ain't posted it. I didn't say we're going to give away. It just came out of the blue, and he's winning a hat, and I'm sending it to him. So I think that's pretty cool.
You ought to send him a poster.
Yeah, a poster. Oh, my son's got a bunch of posters in here he would probably love. I can't even really show a lot of them. There's one, because he's a 19-year-old boy or whatever. But if you open the back door up on one of them, it's got something about, I don't remember what it says, but it's 3 girls in bikinis, and they're really, really small bikinis. And I'm like, I'm always making sure my camera angle does not show some of the posters that are in here, because my 19-year-old was pretty rough. So
he was a dog, huh?
It was a dog, man. I'm like, you take that crap home. He said, I'm getting married and got a kid. I can't have all that stuff there. I said, what? So I'm supposed to deal with it?
You got a trash can, don't you?
Yeah, I got to throw it away, man. I don't want to get rid of his stuff. He's left so much stuff here, whatever. I know he's going to want it eventually, but yeah, the posters and stuff, he can rip it down and throw it away. He was so ready to get out of here, man. He left all kinds of stuff here. And we're pretty close on shoe sizes and everything. And he's already caught me in town with a couple of shoes on. Well, they were my shoes, Dad. I'm like, you left, dog. They mine now, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't have to buy shoes for a while. My son has a super big collection. That's what he would collect, was like Jordans and all kinds of shoes or whatever. And he left a lot of them here. And so he'll see me out there. I'm like, I ain't got to buy shoes for 20 years.
You gonna be out there cutting grass with some J's only.
Yeah, I don't care. I didn't pay for them.
That's funny.
Now, some of his shoes are worth a lot of money, man. I think he would kill me if I did that. He's got some that's worth a pretty good penny. Like I said, he collected. That was his part of doing. He liked to collect sneakers for some reason. He said $70 freight, what Brian said. Yep, it was very expensive to send you something. I'll hang it on the trailer gate. Brandon said he'll hang it on the trailer gate. Come on, man.
Dang, man, that's cold.
I know, man. I might get some business, though. They might call me. I don't have my number on my hat, though.
Is Brandon in Alabama, too?
No, Brandon ain't in Alabama. He's up north somewhere. He's the one that was having all that drought this year or whatever. I'm wanting to say, let me see if I can get it right. Maybe he'll send me something if I can get it right. I think he's in either, I'm going to try 2 places, Illinois or Indiana.
I'm going to say Ohio.
You're going to say Ohio. We're going to see which one he's talking about. Yeah, see, here's some of Sawyer's shoes, Tank. So he's got.
Not a fan of Jordan's.
I know, man. Me either, man. He is, though, man. He's all about it, dude. He said he's not a fan of Jordans. See? Just a bunch of style of Jordans that he's collecting.
Now you bust out some old Chuck Taylors now. Hey, I can get down with that.
I was off and you were off. He's in Virginia. Dang it. Oh, he said I was talking about y'all's posters. I'll hang them on the trailer gate.
Hey.
Yeah, all them 3 women in them tight bikinis or whatever. He'd probably get a lot of work.
Probably get a lot of dirty looks.
Yeah, he'll get a lot of dirty looks. Dirty looks, definitely. He said, I was hoping I'd win so the next customer to complain would see your logo instead of mine. That's pretty good right there. Hey, have you saw the little things that's coming on Facebook and everything now, where the guy's like walking up, "Hey, I need to speak to your supervisor," and he's like, "Well, I am the supervisor." He goes, "Well, I need to talk to somebody over you," and he's like, "Well, come here, hold my hands, dear Heavenly Father. This guy right here needs to speak to somebody way more higher power than me. Please put him in the right direction and take care of him. God bless you."
I've seen that. A friend of mine, I don't know if this really happened or not because you can't trust anything he says, but a friend of mine, he said that he had picked up a new customer and she didn't like the quality, and he was solo at the time. And she told him, said, I'm gonna call your boss. And so she picked up her cell phone, and called the person that she had talked to get a quote, and dialed his number or whatever. And all of a sudden his phone started ringing in his pocket.
Yeah.
He said it was funny, but it made for an awkward situation. I told him, I said, "Man, I don't know if I believe that or not."
Hey, when the ringtones were a big thing back in the day or whatever, I think Sawyer grabbed mine and put a crazy ringtone on it. And I'm in the Walmart line, and this thing is just going off, and it was something crazy like, "My milkshake brings all the boys to the club, and ain't right, it's better than yours." And it was like just playing and playing and playing, and I was like, "What the heck is that?" And there was a lady behind me. She goes, "I think your phone's ringing. It's in your back pocket." And I pulled it out, and it was ringing there, and I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna kill my son." Like, he stuck a ringtone on my phone and I didn't even know it, you know? It's messed up. That's how they'll get you, man. They know a technology way before you do. They know how to do all that.
My cousin did that to my uncle, man. You know, my uncle, he's very old school. He don't text, he don't do social media, none of that crap, man. All he does is work on cars and smoke dope. And that's literally all he does. And but I think it was his oldest son got his phone, and I think it's called a ringback tone or something like that. The one that everybody else can hear when your phone is ringing. Mm-hmm. And he said, or my other uncle, his youngest brother was telling me that he was standing there with him talking to him one day, and all of a sudden he got a phone call, and his phone just started going, "Hey, your phone's ringing." your phone's ringing. "Answer your phone, fool," and stuff like that. And
it got louder and louder and louder. Yeah. I think Sawyer did that to me one time. "Answer your phone!"
That's hilarious. And I wish I could have saw the look on my uncle's face when that happened, boy. Because I'm gonna tell you, he'd probably come unglued.
"Answer your phone!" Like at the beginning, it's like, "Your phone's ringing. Your phone's ringing. Hey, your phone's ringing," and then at the end, it's like screaming at you, man. That's something my son would do to me.
Yeah, either that or play some Spice Girls song on there.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think he had it like, "Milkshake bring to the club, and dang right, it's better than yours." I'm like, what in the world is going on here?
Play some old Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. Oh me. I will say I make $275 to $350 a day, but that's also depends on my yards, because there's some that start at 55 and go to 120. Yeah, man. We got ranges like that too and everything. That's why I said every day is not the same. Some days are bigger than other days. Some days are bigger than other days because they're catching up from the day before because we didn't get everything done. But I mean, we're averaging pretty good, you know, once a week. You know, we're on up there, so pretty happy for the amount of yards we did. And I told y'all before, I don't know how many yards I got because, you know, I'm doing so many far as a big group. You know what I'm saying? There might be 10 in this group, but I just can count it as one guy because one guy's sending me a check, you know, so I just call it the marina. And all the stuff around the marina and the invoice and all that, it's called the marina, you know. But the guy owns so many properties around it that we take care of. And just like up at the other one, it's called Lakeshore Properties. And there's like 10 or 12 in there, you know. So I had to sit down and actually physically say, oh, well, there's a house here, house here, house here. Because they're all up on the lake and the guy rents them all out, you know, and it's individual yards, but we park in one spot. We cut that whole section. We call it 1 yard, you know. And there's just houses and houses and houses on it, So
I tell you what's impressive. Think about what Buster's doing.
Oh, I know.
Dude, he's mowing 120 yards by himself.
Is he
And
weekly or bi-weekly?
I think it's about half and half.
Oh, half and half. Yeah, because we picked up a lot this year to go to weekly, so I get it.
But but also he's doing landscaping too, and he's not like me. He won't hold off until the fall or the winter. He'll do it right then. And I'm like, man, how on earth? It's like I talked to him. Oh, yeah. I think it was today. I think he did 16 or 17 by 3:00 today. And I was like,
how many today?
God,
how many did you do today?
16 or 17 by 3.
Our property's way too big to do that many in a day. They'll get. On the list every day there might be 10 or 11 every day, but man, they're working 10, 12 hours a day, and that's 2 guys running. And my guys will get it. They're amigos, man. They get it. I've been out there with them. They're running, But our properties are just so big, and we got a space in between each property, might be 10 or so minutes, 15 minutes. We don't have them where they're backed up. We got a couple of them that's 7 or whatever in a subdivision, and then when we do the marina and banks. But some of our properties, they're 5 or 6 miles, 7 miles away from each other. So the guys are getting a break in between yards too,
Now, yesterday I did 13 by 3:00 yesterday, and I think it was 13. Yeah, it was 13 I had done by 3:00 yesterday, but I was in one neighborhood all day long.
I was going to say, how far did you travel? You were in the same neighborhood.
I was in my neighborhood all day long.
See?
And dude, Buster, he was, think about that, dude. 16 or 17 yards by 3:00, and he did 3 or 4 bush jobs too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I don't know where he's getting his energy from. He's got to be, I don't know.
I mess with him all the time.
Too. Yeah, he's in his 50s.
He's way older than us.
Yeah. I think he is 50.
It makes us look bad, even though we're out here trying to get it and all that. But
it makes me feel terrible.
But that's what I said earlier in this live or whatever. There's going to be somebody that can replace you because they can be stronger, faster, more motivated, and all that than you. You know what I'm saying? He's got more of a drive than I got. He's
got twice the drive that I got because he's doing it 6 days a week. That dude's working 6 days a week. No, sir, I'm not doing that every week. I ain't got no problem with working Monday through Saturday, but I'm not fixing to do it every week. No, sir.
Yeah. He said, Jesse said, it's not much, but I'm happy with that I will be cutting the next season. So he's happy with what he's got, and like she was saying, he's retired. He's doing a couple a day. That's great. Francisco said, I was doing 100 a week with a helper. That's still pretty strong, man. In a 5-day week, that's averaging 20 yards. That's pretty good. That's what he says on down here. But half an acre is a big yard where I am. So half an acre is a big yard for him. So yeah, our big yards are 2 or 3 acres. Some of my commercials 6 or 7. Half acres. That's about average for us. We're between 1/4 and 3/4. Francisco said, "I'm half amigo." I believe it, dog. With a name like that, most of my stuff is a quarter. Yeah, most of my stuff is a 1/4 acre. He said, Francisco said, I was doing 25 a day. I tell you what, there's some amigos that come into my neighborhood. It's called Big T's Lawn Care, and it's 3 amigos that are doing it. And I've talked to them before, and it was earlier last year, I think it was. I actually had 15 on the list that day, and I had just got done with the last one, and it was about 6 o'clock. Wow. And the head guy was like, "How many did you get done, boss man?" And I told him, I said, I can't remember, it's 15 or 16, and he said, "What time did you start?" I said, at the time it was 8 o'clock, and he was like, "My God." He said we did 17, and it's 3 of us, and we started at 8 too. Oh God.
Yeah.
Dalton said Buster saves all his energy up from all them years at IT. Now he's getting after it. So
Had to be. It's
yeah.
got that's the only thing. It's got to be, man. I used to mess with him about that, man, because guys like me and you, man, we come out of the mud, dude. We've been working hard our whole lives.
What you
And I'm
trying to
not
say, man? What you trying
and
to
I
say, Tank?
I'm not saying that Buster ain't a hard worker. I'm not saying that at all. But the man has got a work ethic, and it comes from somewhere.
I mean, he's smart. He's super smart. To be able to even be in IT or iTech or whatever, that's awesome. I mean, but don't you think he uses a little bit of that knowledge and smartness to be able to do what he does in a day? Like he's got everything mastered down in science and the numbers and everything with his business to run like it runs.
He's planning.
And a
He's
lot of
planning on
us
scaling back.
And a lot of us struggle with that. I get it.
Yeah.
We're all country boy, blue collar boys and all that. I don't have a website. I don't do anything that's, I still write on a piece of paper or my book and everything to do all my stuff, adding in and everything. It's what works for me. Now, I make a really good living doing this, but I'm old school as it comes and don't care to catch up with the times because it don't matter to me. I can still do what I do,
Now, I will say everything I know about yard book, he's the one that taught me.
Really? Well,
yeah.
He knows how to run the computers and all that, definitely. And I bet it helps the timing and all that, especially if you're solo. See, now I got helpers, so I can go into my invoices and add all my invoices in at a time and do all that. I got office time now. I still got a billable office time and everything. But if you're solo and you got it all preset and pre all that, it does help you out when you're a solo guy. I get it.
I will say though, there is some things though, like I think IT work, I think that's considered gray collar, not blue collar or white collar. I think it's like a mixture of both. But there is some things that you can tell that a blue collar guy like me or you or Ray or I think Chad's been doing this his whole life, but
yeah, he's never had a real job.
Yeah, but like me or you or Ray, there's some things that we would kind of expect because it would be common sense. But Buster will argue tooth and nail until you prove it to him, and then you want to tell him like, "Told you so," but at the same time, man, it's hard to do that because the guy's just so doggone smart, man. He's got it figured out, and you got to have it figured out. I mean, you're doing 16, 17, 18 yards a day by yourself in an 8-hour day. You've got to have it figured out. Got to.
I can't believe he didn't tell me, Lee, you should be running another crew. You got a crew going out there. What are you doing with your time? You're wasting your time. You should be out there doing 10 or 12 yards to build up another crew to put another guy in a truck and doing all that, But, I hired a guy last week. He lasted 3 hours and he was done. I mean, like the workforce is not out there. I'm blessed with what I have, but I don't want to keep, adding so much work up to where it's too much for them and they don't want to keep up, And then I shot myself in the foot because I got a great group of guys that's going out and delivering me work that I can do right now, for us. So,
but another two things about him too that he's got going for him. It's hard to make him mad. He's always happy, and for one, and for two, just that right there alone, always being happy, that goes a long ways, man. That makes you want to get out there and get after it. But he ain't scared to spend money either. And something that, it might be something cost $10,000. Oh man, I'll make some more tomorrow. Yeah, I ain't got that mentality.
No.
I'm scared to spend money. I'll be the first one to tell you.
Well, if I won that bid, I spent $5,500 a day. So I would say I'm scared to spend money, but it don't seem like it. But I still have a 20-something-year-old truck, and I'm really wanting to get a truck. But if Ricky can keep it going and keep it going for me, I just don't want to spend $80,000 on a truck right now. I would love to have a nicer truck and a newer truck. And I like how Jay made a video earlier, a couple days ago, talking about this. He's looking at getting an upgraded truck, but one that's like a 2017 to 2020 model truck, not buy that brand spanking new one. Get one that's got a couple miles on it, maybe got a good Carfax history report on it and everything, lower mileage on it and everything, but not just brand new off the showroom that you're paying all that big bucks right off the bat for, you know? And that's probably something that I might try to do, you know, instead of buying a brand new truck. Now, would I want a brand new truck? Yeah. I love the features that they got nowadays, but I want to find a truck too that does have heating and cool seats, because ever since we bought my wife's new car, it is so nice to ride around in the summertime and not have sweaty balls. You know,
I can't say nothing about all that.
I can't say nothing. Truck.
I bought a brand spanking new one. But
is it a 1500 or 2500?
25.
Was it diesel or gas?
6.6 gas.
6.6 gas. Okay. How do you like it? Because
I love it.
I know, man.
I love everything about it, except for the gas prices.
So the gas is probably just about as much as what a diesel is going to be, right?
Can't pass a gas station, dog.
Oh, wow. So how much are you getting per mileage, you think?
Oh,
12,
man.
13?
I'd say probably between 10 and 12.
They say you stick a trailer on it, it goes down like crazy.
But
I thought about the 1500 with the 3.0 diesel in it. Is that a good truck?
I don't know. I know the F-150, they've got a diesel in the F-150 now.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah, I saw one the other day in my neighborhood.
Really?
I even had to ask the guy because it came by me, and he parked down in front of a house pretty close to where I was working. And I heard it. I was like, that's an F-150, man. But I swear that thing sounded like a diesel when it came by me. And so I walked down there and asked him. I said, man, is that thing a diesel? And he was like, yeah. And we didn't get into the size of it and all that. But he was like, yeah, it's a diesel, man. I like it. I like it a lot. And I was like, man, I didn't know they had it in a half-ton truck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet it pulls a little bit more, you know. I just need something that, because I don't know, maybe eventually one day, I don't know if I'm going to get into the big skid steer game. I like the smaller landscaping stuff that I can get in and do in a couple days. My maintenance runs really good. I lean more on my maintenance than I do my landscaping side, but I don't want to tackle any big landscaping projects. You know, if I can tackle one that I can run with my minis and pull them both on one trailer, I'm not having to, you know, say I had a bigger Traco, you know, Mini X, and I had a bigger skid steer. If I was going to the job and I needed both of them, I might have to go twice to get there and drop it off. When I can stick both of them on my landscaping trailer because they only weigh 1,800 pounds a piece, you know, I can stick both of them on the landscaping trailer and haul them to where I need to go. And majority of the time I can fit in gates like you're talking about with your mowers and everything, you know, so.
Yeah, I tell you what, I can see myself getting into the full size skid steer game just because simple fact that I like doing the smaller landscaping stuff, but I've heard Ray mention it before too. Like stuff you think about stuff like sod or bed renovations or things like that. Those can be time suckers, man. And also when you're doing slab sod, that's backbreaking work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
yeah, yes.
You get into the skid game, then you're opening the door for mulching, brush cutting, stump grinding, all kinds of other things. And then you're letting the equipment work for you. You're letting your equipment make the money instead of your back making the money. Mm-hmm. And I thought about that, and I was like, man, that's actually pretty smart. Ray's got it figured out when it comes to all that stuff.
Yeah, see, but if I get in the skid game or whatever, I'm going to have to buy a big trailer like Ray did. And what he spent like 15 grand on that trailer. So you got to get a bigger trailer. He already has the F-250. I already have an F-250, you know, that will pull one and everything. And it pulls good, you know, but
Lee.
Once I went to from a 1500 to a 2500 or a 250, it's hard for me to go back to a half-ton truck. I think I'm going to have a 3-corner 1-ton truck.
You talking about a bigger trailer? I specifically remember about 10 minutes ago, you told me you got to figure it into your prices, man.
You do, but I'm not there yet, you know.
Well, I mean, you think about it.
Like
I
you
mean,
said.
something like Ray's doing. That truly is something that you can do as a solo operator. Brush
Oh
cutting,
yeah,
mulching, stump grinding. You figured, Ray's charging a $1,400 day rate, which I think he mentioned he went up on his day rate. I don't
he
know.
did. He did. So like
Well,
1,700 or 1,800. Yeah.
think about that: 1,700, 1,800 in a day, and you are by yourself. And man, you tell me you can't go out and spend $10,000 on a tilt trailer?
Oh, I could.
Come on, man. Yeah, yeah.
But I can't go spend 90 grand on a new or 110 grand on a new skid steer.
You don't have to.
Not counting the attachments.
You don't have to. You can do just like he did. Get to 75.
Yeah.
Get to
Yeah.
75 and get the 48-inch or whatever it is, handy mulcher. You can
But
buy
it's
one
not-
from Ray. He'll cut
Oh,
you a
yeah.
deal on it.
Yeah, oh yeah. But I go to them auctions just like he does, so I try to get that deal he gets. But what I'm getting at too is my area, the marketing is not there like it is in his area. He is
Yeah,
cleaning
that is
house
true.
right now in his market in his area. He is
There's a-
cleaning house.
There's a market in my area, and I have thought about getting into that game, but there's too much other stuff I've got to take care of first. I don't even have everything I need and want for lawn care yet, so
Yeah.
I'm going to hold
Guys-
off on all that.
Guys, put this in the comment if you don't mind. Do you regret anything in your lawn care business? Do you regret that you should have done something sooner? Do you regret that you wish you would have started with full time sooner? Do you regret that anything? Just put it in the comments. Now I'm gonna ask Tank. Tank, do you regret that you ain't trying to do something faster? We ain't getting any younger.
I regret two things. I regret not going into business sooner. I think we all regret that.
Yeah.
But the other thing is I regret my first 2 years being full time. I turned a lot of stuff down because I was just scared of it. Because looking at it, I was like, man, this is too much for me. So I was overwhelmed by it. Can't be scared of it. Now there's a difference in being scared of something and actually not being able to do something. There's a difference there. If something is just too much for one person to do, you'll know. You'll know. I mean, there'll be no doubt in your mind. But if you're on defense, like, man, I don't know if I can do that. I think it'd be best if I turn it down. Take it on, man. Take it on, because the worst thing they can do is fire you.
Yeah, exactly.
At least you tried.
I'm the same way with you. I regret that I didn't go full time sooner. I had kids, wife, insurance, all that I had to pay for. I was very, very worried, that I couldn't fulfill what I need to do to keep a roof over their heads and all that kind of stuff. So I lingered in the solo part-time game for nearly 10 years before I took the leap and finally grew a pair and went full-time. And ever since I went full-time, it's been the best thing I ever done. So I definitely regret that. I wish I would have did it sooner. And sometimes I regret not go ahead and purchasing the equipment that I should have purchased 5 or 10 years ago, But you got to look at it, my business is not where it was then, So I feel like you feel the same way right now, Tank, is because, like you keep saying, you got to pay something off. You need to pay stuff off. You need to, get your money back right, build it up and everything. And I don't know how your credit situation is, but mine's never been great. And the reason my credit's never been great is because I never had credit. I've never got a credit card. I've never owned a credit card in my whole entire life. I've never, did anything to try to build my credit up. Everything I've always bought, I paid for it with cash, because my dad used to always say, hey, if you can't pay for it, outright, you don't need it, So I've always had that mentality, and it's probably hurt me in the long run or whatever. But like far as building the credit up, they tell me that I don't have bad credit. I just don't have no established credit. It's like they want you to be, they want you to be in debt a little bit before they can start lending you stuff. And I think that's the craziest and the scammiest stuff I've ever heard of. Because I'm like, hey, I pay for my stuff right off the bat. I don't let it run all the way out. I try to pay it off as soon as I can, and then that's where they're like, "Well, that will never build your credit up. You need to make some payments so they feel like you're going to be doing it or whatever." And I'm like, "Bull crap! I can get it done and over with. It's done and over with."
They don't want you to pay it off quick. My stepdad went through the same thing. Before he bought a camper, he went to go finance a camper, and he had $40,000 he was going to put down on it, and they wouldn't finance it because he pays stuff off too fast. They want you to be in debt longer, that way they can collect the interest off of you.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. That's what they want you to do. It's crazy. They want you to be a little bit in debt before they can start loaning you money. And I think, well, why in the world would you do that? That's why you got a lot of people that go into bankruptcy because they can't make all their payments because they got so many payments of everything that they're trying to pay off. I mean, it's like they want you to do that because then it helps them out if they can hit you with late fees and all that kind of stuff. Dalton said, my only grid is growing so slow. I should have turned the heat up 3 years ago. So this was full time, and my wife didn't think she needed to go back to work. I don't blame you.
Well, there's no time like the present, Dalton.
No time like the present, Yeah. I mean, he's working on that goal, man. He's building yards up. He's getting there. Hey, it won't be long, man. You fill that thing up next year, man, and you might just say, take this job and shove it.
Yeah.
But it's hard, and I get it, Dalton. It is so hard to take that leap. But I promise you, if you're a hard worker, you hustle, you get out there, just think of how much more time throughout the week that you're going to have to put towards your business. A lot of people don't think like that. A lot of people think, well, I only got this many jobs. I got a job that's comfortable I'm doing right now. Just think of how much time you take off from that job to build your job and your business up. Your business will jump like crazy up when you put more time and effort in your business. That's why I said you need to be motivated. You need to be a hustler. You need to be able to talk to people, have a great personality. Do what you say you're going to do. Word of mouth will come, man. People down the road. And Dalton, a lot of people are going to see your equipment out there more often because you're going to be out there more. And that's going to help you.
Tell you another thing, too, for guys that are going full-time or just starting or whatever. Man, don't let rain keep you from doing it, because this is something I wish I'd have learned earlier. But just because it's raining outside don't mean you can't go out and mow. I'm not telling you to go out and work in a downpour. I'm not telling you to go out and work in the thunder and lightning. But two things here. A commercial mower, those blades are spinning a lot faster than what they are residential mowers. That stuff ain't going to clump up like it will if you're using a Troy-Bilt push mower, for one. And for two, if you put a rut in somebody's yard, man, a bag of sand costs $6.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah. Just sand it back, and the grass is going to grow back. Yeah. I
mean, you're going to tear stuff up, and you're going to tear stuff up whether it's raining or shining. You got to get past that.
Yeah.
You got to get past that, and but get out there and make your money. You got to make ends meet, and it took me forever to realize that.
I told Chase CR Lawns, he's been on the live before. He texts me throughout the day sometimes because he's learning too. He's doing it part-time. He's a full-time firefighter, and he worries so much about everybody's yard. Sometimes you can overthink a yard. Guys, a lot of these customers, man, they're just happy if it gets cut. They're just happy if they pull up and they see that their yard got done and they didn't have to do it.
That's exactly right.
You might be in an area like Tank and all them that do a lot of manicure lawns and all that, but don't over stress about it. That's the worst thing. You're spending way too much time in that yard because you're over stressing about it. You know how to cut yards, get in there and cut it, get it done, get out of there. If you get a call or whatever, just tell them, hey, sorry about that. We'll try to do better next time. We're only human, guys. We can only do so much, and if you're wasting too much time in each yard, that's killing your man hour rates and all that. So.
And also, you got to understand, man, that grass is coming back.
Yeah.
Just like hair, you cut your hair, give yourself a bad haircut, it'll grow back.
Yeah. Grass grows
Next
back,
time.
man. That's why I love it. That's why it's so recurring work.
Now, granted, you don't want to scalp yards. Nobody wants to scalp yards. Nobody wants to. Nobody.
I've had
Nobody.
I've
Yeah.
got rid of some customers because they's like, you're cutting it too high. It needs to be down to a 1.5. I was like, my mowers might go down that low, but I ain't cutting them down that low. Heck with you, you're gone. We're not tearing up equipment just so I can keep your yard cut. And well, we're coming every 2 weeks and it's too tall and you need to cut it lower. That doesn't matter anything. Let me come once a week. Just if I cut it now in 2 weeks, the same distance of that grass is going to grow. It's going to grow 12 inches in 2 weeks, no matter if I'm cutting it at a 2.5 or I'm cutting it at a 1.5. Still going to look tall in 2 weeks if your grass is growing that fast.
I told a lady in Mount Vintage 2 years ago. I was cutting her grass on 2.25 and the only reason I was cutting it at 2.25 is because 2 inches I was hitting some high spots in her yard. I didn't have a walker at the time, and she asked me. She said, "What would it take for you to go lower?" I said, $400 a service. And she looked at me. She said, "Why? Why so much?" I said, "Because that's how much a spindle costs for my mower when I tear it up."
Yeah, exactly. Look, Jesse said, I got a F-150 2010, bought it used 10 years ago, paid $19,000. I still drive it till this day. I get it, man. I paid $6,000 for White Lightning, guys. It had 182,000 miles on it. I'm still driving it. I bought it in 2020. She's 20 years old. And, I'm now starting. I've had problems throughout it or whatever. Ricky's kept me going, kept it fixed. I got a steering, problem right now on the gear shifter and everything, but he's going to fix that. But, it still drives. It still runs. It still does good. But, I've mentioned that before. How long do you go for a vehicle before you need to trade it in or get another vehicle? It's part of our equipment. It's part of something we got to have. I don't want to spend too much time broke down on the road all the time because I can't get it back from point A to point B back to the house. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always constantly fixing it and everything. And I feel like that's getting to the point right now with old White Lightning. I love White Lightning. White Lightning is a pretty looking truck, but she got some problems, problems
Also,
that I need something more consistent in my business.
Also, as far as buying a new vehicle, this was brought to my attention when I bought mine. There's some kind of clause in the big beautiful bill that sorry guys. There's some sort of clause in the big beautiful bill that on a new vehicle, you're getting most of that money back. So that's something to think about too. And I think it only applies to new vehicles.
Oh, okay. I got you. Because Trump and all them wanting to try to sell out these new vehicles. They're probably having a hard time selling them. They're high, but, if you don't mind us asking, how much you pay for your truck?
61.
61,000. And it has all a pretty good bit of features on it and all that.
It's the LT. You've got with the Silverados, you've got the LS, the Custom, then the LT, then the LTZ, and then the High Country. I'm sorry, between the LTZ and the High Country, you've got the Trail Boss.
Okay.
The Trail Boss is like an AT4.
Oh, okay. I like the AT4, man. I like the 2500, man. I've been looking at them more than I have the 250s are so ugly in the front, dude. I'm so mad at the F250s for putting that white around the ball and it looks like a bubble eye and everything. That thing is so ugly to me now, dude. God. That's one thing I loved about a 250. It looks like a tank going down the road, and I love the big grill package on it and everything. That's why I love White Lightning and I love F250s because they look mean in the front. This one looks, oh my God, it's ugly. Oh, it's so ugly.
I like the new F250s. I think they all look good.
Nah, I can't stand the look of the new 250. I'll tell you what I love. I love the new Denali front ends. That big old grill and all that, man, dude, that thing is
that's
sharp.
$100,000 truck, man.
Yeah, I ain't saying I'm getting one. Maybe I'll get a 2021 Denali 2500. It'll be less money.
I know Ray was talking about.
Miles.
Ray was talking about I think it was last year, about this time last year, he was saying he wanted a Denali, and I was like, yeah, go ahead and do it, Ray.
Ray's making that money right now, though. I
Yeah,
mean, he's
Ray's
talking about
crushing
having
it, man.
two skits. He's crushing it, dude. He is crushing it. See, Brandon said, hey, green paint will work on small scalp spots too. Just go in there and spray a little bit of green paint on there and just cover up that boo-boo.
I ain't got time for all that.
80% of my yards are irrigations and 60% of them are on treatment programs thanks to my treatment guy. Laugh out loud. I don't blame you, man, because right now they're throwing the fertilizer to it, and it's so thick right now. We're getting all this heat and all this rain. It rained on us today, and we got that landscaping job tomorrow, man. I'm just like, oh my God, dude. Ugh.
I got rained on. I got rained on yesterday morning and this morning, and it actually rained yesterday afternoon when I got done. It was supposed to rain all day today. It was supposed to rain the rest of the week, but I mean, I'm glad it's not. But we'll see. We'll see what tomorrow holds for us.
Jesse said, I've done regular maintenance on it, but just recently, probably a couple months ago, replaced the timing chain, water pump, thermostat belt, pulleys. Runs like a brand new one. Exactly. I mean, you put a lot of parts on it and everything, it's going to run good for you for a lot longer or whatever. But what I'm saying is, when do you get to a point when you're you established business and you got to have something that stays maintained, that, keeps up. I'm not saying I want to keep up with the Joneses and have the prettiest truck around and all that kind of stuff. I'm saying I want something dependable, something that I'm not pulling my dump trailer and I get broke down and have to call Ricky and my wife to come pick me up 30 minutes from the house, and my truck's broke down, and then Ricky's looking at me like a knot on the log, like, dang, dude, don't you have a pretty good lawn business that you got guys out here working for you? Can you not afford a truck? And I'm like, apparently not, dude.
I look at it like this, Lee, and this is just my opinion. You're gonna do what you want, but my opinion is you're making good money. You're not out there with the guys every day, so it ain't like you got to worry about messing up the inside of a brand new vehicle.
Yeah, but still, then you're looking at the part where I don't run that truck as much, so the truck's gonna be sitting out here a lot. And is it worth having a truck sitting out here a pretty good bit of time not actually working?
Well, you're also going out doing quotes and estimates and dealing with customers and things like that. And you want to look good when you do that.
I don't know if I want to look that good if I pull up on an $80,000 truck and they're like, oh, this guy's about to be expensive. This guy, look, I took my wife's car today and she's got the 2025. We bought hers in 2025, the Honda Santa Fe. And I pulled up because I had to bid a yard or job before I got here. And we've known these guys. We've known this couple for years, and we've been doing their property. I mentioned it earlier in the live. And I pulled up and he goes, I know who's got money around here. I'll tell you this. She's got money. I ain't got no money. You see what I drive every day, boss man.
I'll tell you this. There's a guy that owns a business. His business is actually right up the road from me. His guy's name is Ryan. He owns a company called Pebble Creek Landscaping, and the biggest residential landscaper in the area, and does the best work by far in my area. And that's how he is, man. When he pulls up on a job to quote it or estimate it, he's pulling up in $100,000 truck.
Mm-hmm.
And it may be expensive, but you know what? Then people know that you're serious about what you're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Work hard and play hard, man.
There's two ways you can look at it, definitely two ways you look at it. I mean, I would want somebody that comes to my property to be well equipped, have great equipment, look presentable, look professional, because I know I'm going to get great work, because why else would they be trying to present that? Well, he's spending extra money on having uniforms for his guys and everything. So he's taking care of his guys. He wants to look, they're all not wearing Mitch-Max clothes and all that kind of stuff. We all wear khaki pants, one of our shirts. We're looking presentable out there. They got my hats on and all that. I'd want somebody hired on that looked like that, not like a bunch of Joe Schmoes that, might be smoking cigarettes out there on the job. Yeah, the village people might be smoking cigarettes out there on the job site or something, or whatever else. But it doesn't matter. I don't care about that, but I want you to look professional out here. I mean, I try to present company as professional. I want to be professional to anybody, but I know starting at the beginning, I didn't have uniforms and all that. I didn't. I couldn't afford them and everything, I wasn't trying to do all that. But
Yeah, I've never had anybody say anything derogatory to me about me pulling up in a nice truck, but at the same time, people aren't going to say anything to your face.
no,
But you also got to look at it like this, man. If you got haters, that means you're doing something right.
that's true. You're right.
And if somebody does say something to you, be like, look, dude, you don't know what I've been through, man. You don't know what I had to go through to get to the position that I'm in where I can afford to go out and buy this $80,000 truck or whatever it is you're going to got the money on. I got everything I've got. I got it out of the mud, baby. I didn't.
Yeah.
Wasn't nothing given to me.
Heck yeah. Yeah, Mom and Daddy didn't give me no money when I left the
That's
house.
exactly right. And you can look at them with a straight face and tell them that.
Oh yeah. There would be no lying about it or whatever, because it's too true, Dalton said, I'll drive my paid for Ram until it won't no more. See, that's what I'm getting at. I know the White Lightning will still go a little bit or whatever, but hey, there's got to be a time when it won't go no more, and then I'm stuck on the side of the road again. And I'm getting. I told Brittany, I'm getting tired of that. I'm getting tired of working on it. I'm getting tired of parked on the side of the road, waiting for somebody to come pick me up or get a tow truck to bring me home or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't have no choice with that Ford I had. I had a F-150 and I blew the rear seal out of it, hauling a skid around, and which was stupid. I shouldn't have been hauling nothing like that with that truck anyway.
Yeah,
but
I get it.
Blew the rear seal out of it, and it was time. I had no choice, and I said, well, I told my wife one morning she was going to work, and I told her, I said, well, I done got rained out. I said, I think I might go to Milton Rubin. That's our Chevy dealership here. I said,
what'd she say?
She said, just make sure it's something we can afford if you get something. And then oh my God, you should have heard the conversation me and her had whenever I'd done signed everything and was waiting on them to do all this. I walked out and I was sitting in the Ford in front of the dealership smoking my vape, and she just happened to be on her lunch break, so I called her and told her what I got, and she said, well, how much is it? And I told her. She said, what? It wasn't that nice. She was like, are you crazy? But it is what it is. And
did you let me know, did you have a little buyer's remorse?
After the fact, no, but the whole time I was scared to death.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have it. If I get one, I'm gonna be so upset. What in the heck am I doing, Lee? What in the world are you doing, you idiot?
Well, it's like ripping a Band-Aid off. You know what I mean? It's during the moment, it hurts and it's scary.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm nervous as hell about this. But when you leave that lot, and you're looking over there, you got this great big old screen right there, and you got climate, and you got climate control, and you've got heated and cooled seats. Got that heated and cooled steering wheel. You got the power windows, power locks, power mirrors.
Wait a minute. You just said cool steering wheel?
Heated steering wheel. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. If it had heat and cool steering wheel, I'm like, Brittany, we're going to Mars. We're going tomorrow and getting the daggone truck. That's sweet. But I mean, heat steering wheels are awesome, dude. When we sometimes I'll take the kids to school in the mornings. Brittany's got it on her phone. Like, she can crank the car up in the bed before we get up, have the heat seats on, have the steering wheel on, and then when we go out there to take the kids to school, and their back seat has heated seats, and we're taking them to school, and I'm like, oh, this is so nice. This is so nice.
Well, the Chevrolet, I'm not
bragging. It's just it's nice,
Well, I mean, it's also got a feature on the inside of my truck is you can open. It's got a garage door opener built into it, so I can pull up in my driveway and hit the button inside of my truck. I done messed that thing up. I've misprogrammed it somehow or another and then got it all screwed up. But so I've still got the regular garage door opener in my truck. But I mean, I don't know, man. I love my truck. I do.
Yeah.
I just love my truck.
Dalton said, them new vehicles are nice 29 days out of the month. When that payment day comes, though, it's a little
Well, that's same day with a house, Dalton.
yeah.
Same day with a house, Dalton. And
Same
you
thing
pay
with a
that
house.
and you pay that vehicle off a hell of a lot quicker than you will a house.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you would definitely pay it off quicker than a house for sure.
But the thing about it is, with a 6.6 V8, what I got, I can haul anything I want to haul.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, does it have an Allison transmission and everything on it too and everything? Yeah. Them are good transmissions.
It's the Allison 10-speed, but it comes the LT trim package. I don't know about the custom or the LS, but the LT trim package comes with a key fob, and it doesn't have a key. You put the key in your pocket, you hop in the truck, you mash the button,
Yeah.
and you can lock it. You know, when you lock it from the outside, when you walk up to the truck, there's a button on the door. As long as you've got the key in your pocket and you mash that button on the door, it unlocks.
Brittany's got features on her car that we don't even use, but if somebody pulls close to you on both sides in a parking lot, on her thing, on her key fob, she can back her vehicle out of that parking lot without being in it and everything. It's like a remote control car. I'm like, what the crap?
I've got a top view camera too that looks down over the top of my vehicle. Mm-hmm. How it works, don't ask me, but I can see the top of my truck and I can see everything around my truck. So when I'm backing into somewhere real tight, I can watch every angle and every corner on my vehicle, make sure I don't hit nothing.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that and what else is it? Oh, it comes with the automatic start to keep you can be standing in your bathroom or whatever, hit the button on your key fob and crank your truck up.
Yeah, yeah.
And
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so many things. I love it.
So is your part-time job trying to sell people trucks? Trying to sell them the 2,500?
You saying I need to?
I'm saying you could probably sell some vehicles on here, you know?
You saying I need to go ask Milton Rubin for a application?
Yeah.
But
Brittany said, SL, I can't remember what state you live in, but it depends on if you have state income taxes or not. Something I guess Brandon was asking up there. Oh, let me see. I think you get a write-off the interest like you would on a mortgage, is what he's saying. Like you were saying something too. There's something in the new
big beautiful bill.
Yeah, that says something about a new vehicle that you get a pretty good bit, a bigger write-off with it than you would buying a used vehicle or something. So,
my plan is to have that thing paid off in 3 years.
That'd be nice. 3 years, that'd be nice. So
I'm looking to
you're doubling up your payments and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm snowballing everything. All of my debts, business debts, personal debts, everything.
Yeah.
The plan is to be 100% debt free in 5 years. House, everything.
Yeah, we're only down to 2 things or whatever, but if I buy a vehicle, that's just going to add it to it, you know. So
do like Buster does, just like when he buys a new mower, whatever his mower payment is, like just say it's a right standard or something. And I think typically if you go in there and don't pay nothing down for like a right standard intensity, I think the payment's like $250 a month or something like that.
Yeah.
Pay that $250 a month and then throw $100 a week at it.
Yeah.
On top of that $250, and dude, you pay it off super quick like that.
Yeah. See, my wife's saying Dave Ramsey will love him, on trying to get debt free or whatever. If you watch his stuff or read his books, man,
I bought his book.
I think he's been bankrupt twice and back at a millionaire again or something. I don't know. So.
Yeah, I bought his book. I hadn't started reading it yet, but I'm fixing to start as soon as things slow down.
They say live like you're broke,
and you never will be.
And you never will be. You'll live like a king when you're older. So.
Yep.
And right now you're young and everything. That's why you have the ability to work hard to pay everything off. So when you get to an age where you can't retire and everything, everything's paid off. and you're more debt free. You know.
Well, it's like I told Buster the other day. He was fussing at me the other day because I hadn't bought a dump trailer, I hadn't bought a skid steer, hadn't bought a mini eggs, all this other stuff. And I'm like, Buster, look, you got to understand, dude. I've been in business 5 years. For one, for two, I'm not making what you're making. 3, yeah, I acquired a lot of debt up front, but I've got everything that I need. Not everything that I want, but I've got everything that I need to run my business. Within 2 years, when everything is paid off, I'll be balling out here, dude.
Oh yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Then you're in straight profit mode after that.
Yeah.
Straight profit.
And your kid's a little older than me, you know. I mean, I got a 19-year-old, but then we went 9 years and had 2 more. So, you know, I got a 10 and an 8-year-old. So, I mean, I still got, you know, get some kids out of the house and everything. But I think you're saying your kids, what the youngest is 15?
The youngest is 13. I got one that's 13, 15, 18, and 21.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, as soon as you have them out of the house, man, that's when you're rocking and rolling, I think.
Boy, that day can't come fast enough.
I can't blame you. I can't.
I'm just kidding.
But I'm not wishing them away either. I get it. You're not wanting to wish their life away and all that kind of stuff. But having one out of the nest and out of the house and everything, it's very strange. This happened this year. So, you know, it's kind of strange not seeing my oldest around much anymore. You know, it's not, you know, it's something new.
Yeah. Well, Lee, it's 12 minutes after 11, dog. How long we been on tonight?
3 hours and 12 minutes, and I was only going to be on probably an hour and a half, but that's just how it rolls. People
breaking records, man.
We're breaking records on a Tuesday night, man. Come on.
Yeah. All
right, guys.
It's going to be 3 hours and 12 minutes because I'm getting off.
So you ain't got nothing else you want to add?
No, man. Keep cutting that grass. Keep making that money.
Keep cutting that grass and making that money, man. Guys, we appreciate it so much, man. Can't wait to see everybody again Sunday night. Brandon, put in the comments, or my wife will put in the comments, man, our email address. I will send you a hat, and hopefully you can post some pictures around and show us with your hat on and everything. I think that's pretty cool that Brian did that in Australia. I'd like to see people seeing Urban Lawn Service in Virginia. That's pretty cool, you know. So, guys, thank y'all so much for being here tonight. Really loving the lives. Thank you, Tank, again for hopping on. Love to see some more faces or whatever, but can't get wrong with old Tank, man. He's got it going on. He's dropping a bunch of knowledge for us. Chad drops a bunch of knowledge for us. And, yeah, man, I really do appreciate it. Appreciate everybody being in here. And, Tank, thank you so much. And, guys, until next time, peace.
Y'all have a good night.
See ya.